Hey guys, what's going on? It's the 157 Gamer here, and this is just a quick introduction. So, if you haven't seen before you clicked on the video and you've clicked on the video, well done. This is a 3-hour video, and this is literally myself and a tree ninja just talking about Destiny. So, this is from Destiny 1 all through Destiny 2. Sitting there going through some of the times that the game was in its downtime, some of the times the game was in its up times. I'm basically just talking about a game that we've sat there and played for the past 10 so years and has just dropped like that. Like, just no longer played, no longer actively done. The content you'll see in the background of this is actually I've decided to reboot it and was playing the likes of Strikes and Crucible throughout our wee discussion. But yeah, you don't really need to watch it unless you want to sit there and see someone failing at Crucibles and Strikes, or if you just want to slander how I play the game, because it isn't really unique, it's special. But other than that, if you're going to listen through it, just feel free to minimize the tab and listen to us two idiots sit there and just give wrong opinions. Because you know someone will find them wrong. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy and have fun listening to past me and Ninja. Bye. So, I don't know. I don't know where I would sit there and actually be with it. Would I be...
Want to start at the start then? We'll start Destiny 1 and we'll move through sort of the 10 years.
For me, the best years would have been when D1 was at its peak, so it's the last few years during Rise of Iron.
Rise of Iron, Taken King.
Yeah, so from Taken King till when D1 basically got sunsetted for D2 was what I would class as, for me, peak, because we had all the raids. We had really good raids then. Yes, some of the ones from D2 were good and fun. Yes, the dungeons have been a nice inclusion and all, but there was something about the D1, the fact that it was like this could just be partial nostalgia for when times were simpler, because during that period I only started working. I wasn't fully into, wasn't starting uni yet or any of that. I was in that transition period from being, hey, I'm actually not able to drive, to being able to drive, all that. And it's like, you were just doing the usual teen thing of, you'd go back, relax, play a couple games. So
I remember, I know this could sound really nerdy, but I always had, for like Destiny 1 year 1, I had so Xur always appeared at 10 o'clock. And I always had my Friday morning lecture at 11. So I'd always get up at like 9, get ready, get showered and everything, and then I'd sit at 10 o'clock and wait to see what's and see if it was any good.
I can't even blame you for that, because I remember on certain days before Xur's spawn time changed, I remember on the Friday, before I even went to class, I would have turned on the Xbox One, not even the Series S, the fucking Xbox One.
I was out on patrol earlier,
turned it on,
and saw a transport
quickly booted it up, went to Xur to see what he had, and then I would have headed off to class.
Like, it was just so exciting because you're like, oh, what exotic does he have? And I know people really didn't like it because you got, people were like, oh, well, I bought my first exotic. I think what was my first exotic? My first exotic I got, I think it was Plan Siege. Remember the old fusion rifle?
Yes.
That was the first thing I did. I remember because that was my first exotic weapon and I used it on the very first time I did oracles. Because I couldn't shoot the oracles fast enough, and I'm like, oh, a fusion rifle. Like, this is not good. And then I used it on the oracles. I'm like, you know what? Maybe fusion rifles aren't that bad. It was just very bad. So I think the problem with Destiny 1 was it was both like what? Okay, let's be honest. Launch, vanilla, kind of terrible.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like nostalgia aside, it was kind of like bad.
Oh yeah, the launch was bad.
Okay. Dark Below, I think, is up there. Tied with do I think Christmas Osiris is worse? I think Christmas Osiris might be a bit worse because at least Dark Below had like a raid and stuff. Well, they say it was a raid. It was one of the worst things, right?
Curse of Osiris is very empty-handed.
Yeah, but we'll get on to that. I think Coda's End was basically what a dungeon would be, I suppose. It was not good. It was not good. And I get the raid was really fun. It was interesting, but it was kind of like, oh, this is okay. Then we got House of Wolves. House of Wolves, I think, was story-wise, again, I don't think that. I think, like, again, a lot of the game was covered with like lore. The lore for me, I like the lore was what really carried it. I really liked the lore. I liked some of the channels. It's a shame, like, obviously there's still ones that do it now, but there are ones that only do it for like year one and things like that. Like, but it was really good. And that's what kind of kept me interested, because I'm like, wow, this universe is so cool, if only we get to like build more of it. But there was just something about it. Like obviously it's Bungie, so the gunplay was good. PvP was fun near the end of the like House of Wolves era. Everyone remembers Thorn Last Word, the hand cannon meta. It was so bad. It was so bad.
So
it was so much fun, but it was so bad.
That's the thing for me. So when I started in the D1, like originally, I didn't actually like Destiny 1. It was my brother that enjoyed it more. The thing that got me going into it was Sean and William planned to do the Vault of Glass dungeon. My brother raid. My brother was busy at the time. I ended up sniping his spot, so I did. And I'm not being like, oh, I filled in. No, I straight up sniped. I know for certain I could have turned around and said to Williams, like, here, by the way, they're doing this and they want you here. I know for certain. I just went, nah, I'll fill it in. And I got what I deserved, because guess what happened? We didn't finish the raid that night. Went on to next night, my brother sniped the spot back. I wasn't even mad because I was like, valid, I stole this from you beforehand. But
that's why you run multiple raids. So everyone, yeah, that's the thing. When I started, I had obviously my close friends, but then it was very nice. I kind of fell into, because obviously from back in the day I played like LRM MMOs, so I kind of fell into a guild, or like a clan. Sorry, they don't call them a guild, a clan. And I kind of fell into that, and it was kind of one of those like, oh. And look, I'm sorry, it's just going to be baked into my lexicon, just to call it a guild, okay? But yeah, and I really, really enjoyed it, and stuff like that. Really, really fun. But I always had people to do stuff with.
yeah.
So, that's why I think we'll get into that a little bit later. We'll talk about launch D1 and sort of things that happen there, or launch D2 and things that happen there. But I always have people to play with. I always have people with, and the community is so much different. Like that's where we met one of our really good friends, Clayton. That was a random LFG on Bathroom game. I met there. That was basically our plan for D2. We kind of kept that going forward. It's sporadic, but I can get into that later. Just a very different. And I suppose you can see that's the answer with comparisons, but I enjoyed year one. I probably logged in pretty nearly every day. I'm gonna say nearly every day. I had.
Sorry, hold on.
I had a lot of more free time then.
You have unlimited ammo for both weapons now, bar your heavy? What the fuck is this shit?
Oh.
Okay, so only primary.
ammo.
Weird. No, because that's D1.
Yeah, year one.
So to finish off with D1 was very simple.
Yeah, year one for D1 I'm doing. Yeah, year one the potential was there. And that's the worst thing I think everyone it's like everyone was like the potential of this game is amazing. Like, is it fully realized? No. It's kind of, and I think looking back on it for 10 years, it's kind of plot twist. It's like my parents. Just because you have potential doesn't mean you're actually going to realize it. Jesus. Self-burn there. But that's the whole point. Year one, everyone's like, look, then you get the announcement for Taken King, and everyone's like, you know, they might, you know, they're going somewhere with this. They've had an entire year experimenting, and I think it's amazing it lasts for how many games. Like, it came out later, and I genuinely believe it. If this game came out later, right, I think we could have left it another hour. Like, it would have just been dead.
I don't know.
I think, because I think after Destiny, Little Wanted was kind of the first of its kind. Like, and I know there were other things, like, you know, dudes like WoW, like I know, and stuff on PC, like, you know, bigger MMOs, but I think Destiny was kind of the first game of its kind. Like, that sort of, it's not really an MMO, it's a lurid shooter, but there's the co-op elements, and, you know, it's kind of in this living world, and there's other people on patrol, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those weird, it's kind of like a hybrid, but it's not really a hybrid. It was kind of the first one, and I think because it was the first one, it got a lot of passes. And I don't think a lot of other games got those passes. Because it's like, after it took an entire release year, and the DLC, by the way, and, you know, people were still like, oh my god, you paid I think it was 20 quid for Dark Below, and like, holy shit, like, imagine having to pay, like, an expansion pass now. Talk about fucking practices changing. But yeah, it's like, dude, 20 quid. Fuck, I wish we could go back to that. I would happily go back to that. Like, I thought it was extortionate then. You know,
prices have changed.
all prices everything has changed. I'd be like, no, please, I've had that. Only 20 quid for this much content? Yes. But yeah, it had potential. Potential. It had potential. Taken King came out. I don't know if you were on for day one Taken King.
I don't
or
think
like
I was.
Sort of launch Taken King.
I think I was, because I think I'd done launch Taken King with Sean.
Yeah, so launch Taken King. Okay. Actually, the preview event, so because the way the game worked, they had to launch, they did the DLC update the week before, so you could play like the new Spark mode and stuff, and it was like the new class items were, so you couldn't get any of the new gear, but there was new class items, so everyone was like grinding for a new class item that put their power level up by 1. And if somebody had like a So it would be like, 301 or something like that. Or no, it was like 100 and... Oh no, that's when they changed the light system. So the light system used to be on your gear, and then they changed it to your actual power level. So it went from like 160 to 170, and like if you had the new class item, and you're like, oh, that's so good. So everyone was like, that was such a, it was just such a funny moment. It's like everyone running around to put their like their level up by like 1.
But then that's...
yeah, so Taken King comes out.
My whole thing with how...
Oh, sorry, go on.
Taken King, I feel like the way they've done it... I don't know if it's just me, but I just felt that it was more simple, because I feel if something like Taken King came out now, in terms of storyline, content, and all that, people would turn around and be like, there's too little of it.
No, there was quite... That's when people only think of a campaign. People forgot there was an entire 3-act structure.
But that's what I mean, like...
There was the campaign. You
had your campaign, you had your after campaign, which was basically your build
you had
up
the
to the
war. So you had Act 1, which is the fight against the Dreadnought. Then once you beat Oryx on the Dreadnought, he disappears, and then it's like, okay.
You're now building up towards the raid, and then the final act is the raid.
Yeah, so the Taken War, so you have to go through all the planets, you have to hunt all the Shadows Oryx and cleanse all the Taken from it. You weaken him, and then you get access to the raid. Then you go in, and you fight him in his strong world, and he's dead. And it's like, stop. But there was so much to, and then the stuff after the campaign, because that's the thing, like, it was so well set up because there were things to do after. For like, I think there was like, honestly, for like a good couple of months, up until at least sort of Christmas time. So about 3 months, yeah, it came out in September, yeah, there was like 3 months of things to do. There was like, there's a new exotic quest, or there's this to do, or hey, there's like a revamped strike, and there's like, so there was like things to do for like until Christmas time. And then around January time, everyone was kind of like, they stopped doing stuff. Everyone was like, what do we do now? Like, what's happening? Because usually, because we got like, what was it, we had Release, and then Dark Below came out around Christmas time. And then Ice of Worlds was like, I want to say like May, sort of summer? And so everyone had burned through all the Taken King content, right? And everyone was like, right, what do we do? And then we entered another dead zone. And I think it was like April update. That was like the first sort of like April update. That's when they brought back Prison of Elders with like scoring. And that kind of kept people interested until Iron came out. So it was like something to do from April to that. That's kind of a big thing. Like, you have a whole lot of dead periods.
But then...
And I don't mean like we're in between content drops, I mean like nothing is happening.
But that's my thing, it's like, it comes down to, is like, were they intentionally just being like, oh, this is our content just being exhausted, or is this like, no, we knew this would be where it would exhaust, and this is your chance to basically... I doubt it.
Also when they started doing that, they were a lot more engaged with the community. It's like there was like this is when like a lot of like the live stream stuff happened. Like after Dark Below, like there was obviously they got the streamers in, and they did like going over things and like going through preview strikes and preview things, and it was all like it was very very good communication. Like I think like you were shown that here's some of the content, here's the timeline, here's when you're going to get this, and they didn't tell you everything. So like obviously it's secret, but they're like, here is the plan, here's what's happening.
They were
like,
open about
why,
it.
Like, yeah, it's like, so are we doing are we doing changes? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? And it generally, I don't know, people are going to say, it genuinely felt like the play of the game. Because everyone, like, was annoyed at certain things. So, like, this is so annoying to deal with. And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna, like, yeah, we play the game, so we know this is annoying to deal with. But guess what? We have to deal with it in game too. It's like, it's why did you do right at that? Um, yeah, the April update, and then it gets us through, and then Rise of Iron. I think this is when we started playing. Well, before Rise of Iron, I think like sort of after like April update sort of time was because yeah, you were trying to do Taken King.
Mm-hmm.
You were like trying to finish the raids.
Bill wanted to do Taken
And-
King. We end up having someone drop out, and then you got tagged in, and then that's when me and you were just casually playing.
Then there was noise.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the witness did to it. I do my best to focus
Yeah,
on
so
the
then
good
Rise of
we
Iron
can do on
comes
the
out.
ground.
Rise of
all we
Iron,
can do to
I
bear
remember it
through
the
this
first
moment.
week.
But then think of it this way: instead of in terms of like the way everything came out, what made like just to wrap up with D1, what made
D1, yeah, so Rise of Iron, yeah,
enjoyable for you?
Iron. What made it enjoyable? What made it enjoyable?
So like I've got an answer for it for myself. If you want me to put mine forward while you.
Okay, if you want to go first, let me have a think about it.
So, for me, what made D1 enjoyable is obviously the people you sat there and played with. That was really enjoyable to me. But none of the content was locked off depending on your skill. I know myself, I am quite a competitive player. I won't deny that. I try to sit there and have fun with games, but at certain times, I will be quite competitive. I can't help that. But the way PvP was, you could play serious, you could play like a goofball, you could play semi-haphazard, you could experiment. Rise of Iron, you were able to sit there and experiment, you were able to play serious with that one team, or you could just be a goofball. And regardless of how you were playing, you were enjoying the game. There was never a time in D1, even when we were sitting there doing the likes of the Trials of Osiris. Sorry, not Trials of Osiris, no, it was Trials of Osiris then.
Yeah, it was Trials of Osiris.
Trials of Osiris. The amount of times we got our run to the lighthouse stolen, I would never say I was mad, because I always knew it was like, right, they just played better. Like, it was never, oh, they just got lucky because we fucked up, or it was like, oh, they're using a scummy tactic and all that. It's like, hell, we had yourself that always played quite an optimum hunter build. You had myself that just played very aggressive with the weapons I had. I never had really meta builds. And then you had Liam, who was a mixture of the both. Who would either play meta or would sit there and experiment. And it was always... we were always able to have fun regardless of the outcome. Yet, in D2, PvP never felt like that for me. It never felt enjoyable regardless of what you did.
I enjoyed PvP in Destiny 1. I really enjoyed it. There's something about the PvP that it felt more frustrating, and I don't know if it was the connection or the maps or there's just something about it that just felt different. And especially year one, it was just like it felt terrible because it's like it was just you move as a blob and you just team shot.
Yeah.
Which is not, and then everyone's gonna say, but like that's what you do in all lots of shooters, is you know, like Halo. It's like, yeah, but like this is you wouldn't have a 1v1 gunfight with anybody.
The difference between how every other game when you moved as a team compared to D2 is at the start, regardless if you moved as a team, if you're going against someone who was genuinely a good player and knew the mechanics, knew everything about it, they had the chance to absolutely fucking stop you. But in D2 you didn't.
No, because it's just way to fire. You just got way to, I hated that, because I always like, you know yourself, I like going off by myself. I like using the sniper rifle. I like being that person picking people off, and it's like you couldn't do it because you just as soon as you got killed one person, or you sniped one person, and it's just the rest of the team just turned around and just fired at you, and you're like, it doesn't matter that could you if you were fighting them each individually 1v1 take out all 4 of them because they're not that strong a player? Yeah. But you just couldn't, because it's a 3-on-1 gunfight. And you can say, oh, well, you should have put yourself in that situation. But but then what are you supposed to do? All you do is blob. And then they blob.
And then it just doesn't feel fun.
Run at each other. Yeah, and then you just run at each other. And then it's like, okay, but then whoever wins, just group up again and do it again. It's like, this is not a fun experience. Okay, yeah, so it was just not... Well, yeah, I suppose we can do PvP for World Cup thing. D2 launch. Sorry, D2 launch.
I missed it by a year.
You did miss it by a year. No, you didn't miss it by a year. You missed it by like 6 months.
Oh, it was 6 months.
So I picked up... I remember it because I literally got it at midnight. And the rest of our clan was like, everyone, like people of my friends with, so I played 2-1 with, were all like asking me like, how are you playing? How are you playing? I'm like, oh, it's a rolling release, guys. I don't live in America.
Right, it was a rolling release.
So, because they didn't want to overwhelm the servers like last time after the Rise of Iron debacle and the tapier.
Yeah,
I still love that. It's like, what is a tapier?
Must have been the most Googled things during that time.
Yeah, so the rolling release. Play the original like campaign. Like I said, I started at midnight. I remember because I had to go. Was it the dentist? I had to go to like something at like 10 o'clock that morning. So I sat up the whole time. Yeah, it was the dentist. Went to the dentist. Got like my filling done. So I was playing the rest. Yeah, because then you guys came on because I was back on. I literally went back home playing, and then people were like, "Is it good?" Because my mouth was all numbed, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's great." I couldn't speak because half my face was numb. It was like, yeah, this is good. This is good. We then did, what was it? We did. I remember because that's when I was going back over. I was going back for final year. Final year uni. But I didn't get to do the raid day 1, which was kind of sad. But then again, a lot of my friends hadn't picked up the game yet, so they weren't ready for it. Okay, I'm really sad that you missed it. Our first run through of it.
Oh right, your guys' first raid, yeah.
My goodness, it was both the funniest and the most infuriating run through. There were some of the things like I'm explaining the mechanics to somebody, and then I just like, I have just one question: what is a scion? Like, it was so much fun. Like getting the first kill on Callus. It was like this like a week after the game was out. Getting the first kill on Callus was such a monument. It was like 8 in the morning. We started at like... I knew this was going to be bad for me because I'm on a different time zone than everyone else. We started like 2 AM and we finished at like 7:30 AM. And I was so tired. Like, so tired. Doing like the final boss phase, and it was so tired. It was so good, it was so worth it, and it was so funny. It's probably one of my best YouTube experiences. So that was fun. We had let's see, this is when things went sort of downhill because there wasn't that much content Curse of Osiris came out, and it was
mid.
mean to death. It wasn't mid. It was lower than mid. It was. I'm gonna be honest. Kind of unacceptable. Kind of like in retrospect, looking at seasons and stuff, it was kind of no. And like it was just so. It was kind of like the Dark Below situation again. It's like everyone's like the game is dead. It's terrible. The game's not gonna last for. And it's like we got through it. Like it's like everyone's like kind of like right. I'm done. Like it's gonna take. It's literally the D1 situation. Another thing was the biggest complaint of this D2. D2 at launch felt like a sequel to the first year of Destiny 1, rather than a sequel to Rise of Iron.
Because everything
like,
just felt reset.
Everything like went backwards. It's like, guys, we're back in the same place we started. We had 3 years of learning, and you just threw it all out, and now we're right back where we started, and we were in the exact same situation. Like, there was nothing. Like, there was, like, I mean, there was faction rallies, but that was, like, business to remember. But D1 had things like, you know, the arms race, there was faction rallies, there was, you know, there was the faction, there was the arms week, there was nightfall weeks, there was all these tribal sites, there's all these different things to do, and it's like, guys, we're in the same problem we were last time. Warmind came out. Warmind was interesting because it was kind of like if you were comparing again to the first year of D1. If Curse of Osiris was like Dark Below, then Warmind was kind of like House of Wolves. It was kind of like it was a band-aid.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, it doesn't fix everything wrong with the game. Like the game is a massive problem, but it's a step in the right direction. Like, this is a step in the right direction. This is much better. Dear. But, yeah. It's also, now, if I think I had to pinpoint, I think this is when, like, a lot of people left the community. Like, I think a lot of people left the community, and I think more, I want to say, positive influences kind of left. And I think if I had to pinpoint a moment, I think this is kind of a moment where sort of the toxic elements sort of started creeping in a lot. It's like because I remember I used to go to the church. Like LFG was very and don't go wrong, LFG was kind of a cesspool. But, like, it was so bad. Like, it was, like, so bad. Like, people, like, it went from being this very, very, you know, good community, people, like, helping and stuff, to a very much F you got mine.
Aye, because it kind of went from what E1 kind of was, whereas, like, you had about 30% of the community being like, oh, you need to have certain weapons or fuck off, to being now the majority of the community.
Were bad. Those people were just bad.
Yeah, and it now turned into majority of the community is where they're like, you need to have certain weapons and fuck off. And the smaller population was the ones that actually were now the minority in the community for D2, and I don't know, it's just weird how it flipped, because I think I even mentioned, because that's what led to my first raid experience on D2 being so negative, was because of the one person just not wanting to own up to...
Yeah, it's like everything is, it's like...
Can't be my fault, it has to be someone else's.
Yeah, there was a very strange sort of shift in the community. It went from being this is about helping each other and learning it, you know, to it was very kind of everything was about experience. I kind of find that really annoying, because I like you yourself, when I play, like if I play something, I want people's first experience to be a positive experience. You know, I'd rather people have a positive experience than do something than they're doing it. Then it's like, again, the example with the Leviathan raid. We didn't do it that much because honestly, because of we thought, well, we'll just LFG it. It was a negative experience because people were not great. Let's just say that. Trying to reduce your amount of editing you need to do.
To give context, first...
Context? Just people are assholes.
Just to explain more. I know not everyone in LFGs are horrible, but in this one it just ended up being the case. We're on the last part of the Leviathan raid, and at that time I was quite well at remembering patterns and being able to do them through my head quite quickly. So
yeah, so Alex was
I was basically shouting out
the outside. Yeah, the outside caller, because you had the inside team and the outside team.
So I was basically just shouting out what Scion needed to be punched. And it wasn't call-outs where I was like, oh, it is axes. I would say punch axes, because it's like, well, not everyone understands if you're just calling it out, especially if it's someone that isn't used to how you guys run.
Yeah, so...
During that incident, I had 2 or 3 runs where the person failed to punch the right one, even though it was called out, which once again, fine, whatever, it can happen. But then took the liberty to throw the blame onto myself.
To quote the kids, man had an absolute crash out.
Basically, I heard an exotic drop. There it is.
And, but see what I mean? That was 7 years ago, and you still remember
I still remember. That's the thing, people will always remember the bad experiences over the better ones.
That's why it's like sort of like when people like you ask me like, how do you want like all of the stuff to come out? It's like, well, we can just fill a spot with somebody, and I'm like, I don't really want somebody to come into our over.
Because I want someone that's going to be good, or even if we fuck up, we're going to have
not even
some
good.
fun.
Not even good. I just want them to be like, you know what I mean? Like, look, we are kind of rolling with this, and we're doing funny stuff, and just go with it. It's like, can we? Like, here's the thing: are we the best players?
God no.
God no. Are we well above the average players based on the stats? Yes. No, definitely. Based on the what the average stat player is, yes, way above. For example, we have beaten a raid, which the majority of people have not done, which is terrifying. Those people haven't completed a dungeon, and we were like doing like 3, like we were doing like what the height of it, like fucking 3, like 4 of them every week. It's like. Yeah. Like, so we're doing all 3 characters and then other people's characters and stuff.
You guys will be doing 3 characters.
Yeah, you just stuck on one.
I like my...
I love the fact you didn't even make, you didn't even make like 3 different versions of the same character just to get the armor drops.
I really could have, but
Like, that was original Vault of Glass, and you like, couldn't get fucking boots or something, you need like 3 versions of the character, trying to get 1 drop. But yeah, like, so, that was like year 1. We went into year 2, it was a bit more like that, but we had a lot of people came back. So we didn't really have the issue with like LFG, which was nice. Year 2, Forsaken, absolute banger.
Oh, yeah.
Banger. Absolute banger. Literally insert the name of like the Homelander name, like it was perfect.
Just
perfect. Yeah? Really good. Story, really, really good. Actual storytelling. Cutscenes, amazing. Music, amazing. Like I said again, I stayed up all night. I stayed up all night and I got into the dreamings. Like I started playing at 6 o'clock. I got into the dream. I think it was like 2 in the morning or something. I got into the, like seeing, like doing little jumps on the islands and then seeing the dreaming city for the first time, and like all the fog clears. And you're like, oh, that's cool. This is gonna be a cool final boss.
This is larger than.
And then you realize, And then you realize, oh wait, it's an entire new destination. Wow, that's incredible. Like, they hid this whole thing. Like, I didn't think it was going to be this. And, like, the story and stuff. And I think it's funny because they played into it, and if you have no idea how hyped they were doing the final mission. And they did the Ahamkara reveal. Like, it's one of those, like, if you knew, you knew, and when you started hearing the dialogue, and I was like, I remember because I was literally about to go into the campaign where the final boss was in the campaign, and I was like, wait a minute, is that a fucking Ahamkara?
It's
Because
like you start
obviously
hearing the
all
words
these
and you're like,
people-
hold on, this doesn't sound right.
like it's the oh something mine dialogue, and you're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, is that an Ahamkara?
No, this was Inverted Spire.
And it was such a good storyline. Then obviously you had all the stuff with the take, all the stuff with the scoring and everything, like 3, like all the different weeks of the curse going, and then we had the first dungeon, Shattered Throne, and I'm sure I'll contest you. I do not like Shattered Throne. Because I cannot find my way around. But I don't know why, but everything in black and white, just I cannot remember it.
Yes, they don't
I
let
just
them
cannot-
separate the newspaper.
No, don't. There's just something about the way it is. I just cannot navigate my way around it. I don't know why. It's just something in my brain is like, well, this is the no, this is not the right way. Nope, this is not the right way either. The taken dimension. I do not like the taken dimension. Yeah, and then obviously there's all the stuff you have to do. All it's so good. And it's one of those things, and I remember I can't remember what the name of the exact was, but it's like this is where sort of like the don't over deliver comes from. Remember that quote, that don't over-deliver, because if you over-deliver, the customers will expect this level of quality from you?
Yeah.
And it's like, yes! Like, people forget that Forsaken cost, it was like what? It cost like pretty much even more than the full game was. And you got all the
It
seasons.
was actually quite large, wasn't it?
It was like 10 more than the actual base game. And that's down, then you had to pay for all the annual pass. It had all 4 seasons on it.
Yeah, like, Jesus.
And it's like, look, if you're gonna give me this level of content, like, I mean, I'll pay for it, but like, if I'm paying this price, I expect this level of content. And yeah, so year 2 Destiny, I think, again, just some of the best content we got. What did we get for Black Armory? I'm gonna be really cheap. I didn't care for Black Armory.
I like the concept of being able to make your weapons.
I like that they brought machine guns back. I did not care. But there was power weapons, but there was a machine gun because they wanted like shotguns in first year, like power. Like, why the fuck shotgun a power weapon? But like it was only basically rockets, the exotic heavies, or linear fuse, I think, or grenade launchers. Yeah. Oh dear. And so yeah, that was that. And yeah, so Black on. I don't know if I didn't really care for Black on. I know some people really like that season. I did not care for it at all. Not that it was bad. I didn't care. Then what we got, what was the next? What was the season after that?
We had Forsaken.
Was it the Gaunt? But
I think it was
Forsaken,
Gambit.
was it the Gambit? Was there one in between? No, there was only 3. Yeah, there was only 3. And we had, so we had Black Armory. Then we had, I can't remember what it's called, but it was the Gambit one. I really liked it. And then again, I was speaking the Drifter or whatever it was called, like something. Yeah, but I really liked it. Here's the thing, I was one of the people who actually really liked Gambit.
Oh, same. You know I quite enjoyed it.
I actually, and that's the thing, I think Gambit is still a good name. I think, honestly, it's a couple of really high-profile streamers that complained about it, and suddenly everyone, like a bunch of sheep, just went, actually, I hate Gambit as well. Like, I don't think people actually hate the game, though. Like, here's the thing. By the time Final Truth comes out, does the game mode need a massive overhaul? Yes. Yes, it does. Is the concept itself still really good? Yes. I think the concept itself is still a really good concept.
The Vex's adaptability and drive never cease to amaze.
Yeah, so there's a joke as well that it was really good. Again, that season, again, a lot of people didn't care for it because they didn't like Gambit. I did like Gambit, so I really enjoyed it. And then arguably, one of, if not the best season Destiny's ever had, Season of Opulence.
Opulence was so good due to the fact that it wasn't a serious season, but it had so much casual play that you couldn't really get burnt out on it. Like, oh, let's just do some Opulence run, and you're just autopilot doing dumb shit.
It's not that hard. It doesn't take that long. Put the runes in to try and get stats for the weapon you want, and you had more control over your roll. And it's like, hey, you got the roll you wanted with the masterwork you wanted with the perks you wanted. Like, excellent. This is sweet. So just very, very, very good. Then then we rolled over to Shadowkeep. And okay, I think it's weird because Shadowkeep is kind of the one that's forgotten a lot. Shadowkeep was kind of the intro to the end of the Light and Dark saga, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, it was kind of, but it's weird because it's not actually included. Like, there was supposed to be, like the final trilogy of, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, and then it was supposed to be the final shape. Or no, Lightfall. So Lightfall was supposed to be the last DLC. Then obviously they split it into Lightfall and final shape. So Shadowkeep was supposed to set it up, and again, I remember playing it. It was, I was not that impressed by Shadowkeep, and I don't think it was. I think it was kind of everything was against it.
Good concept, they're like, hey, poor execution.
I can't.
Is how I saw it.
We've complained about this, the whole idea of, and I think we had this conversation. I think did we do a talk about it before? They were so. Sorry.
I know we've done a Destiny talk beforehand. We've done multiple Destiny talks beforehand.
My main problem with the story of Shadowkeep is they are so quick to get to the B storyline, they don't even pretend with the A storyline.
Yeah, it just got shadowed so badly.
The A storyline is like we do like literally they say in the intro to the first mission why we're here, and by the end of the first like literally halfway through the first mission, the A storyline is completely forgotten about. We're all focusing on storyline B. And I think that was really, because they could have done again something like the Taken King. They could have set it up. It's like, hey, the Hashladoon is the big bad. They're trying to do something in the Hellmouth. The Hive, like, what are the Hive doing? The Hive are doing something. The Hive are up to something. And it was like a big thing, like, hey, look, the Hive are up to this. And you could have done the whole story about the Hive and all the lore and things like that. And then in the final mission, you go down and you see the pyramid. And you're like, oh dear.
Oh no. It's the floating cube.
It's not a cube, it's a pyramid.
No, it's a cube.
Because remember, they showed at the end of the Destiny 1 cutscene, like it showed the roadmap, and then it's like, oh no, pyramid. There's a pyramid on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. And again, you get the first sort of talk with what we now know as the Witness, and you get that first sort of talk, and kind of like, this is not good. Like this is a not good situation. But they were so like the problem. I've said it before. They were so quick to get on the whole pyramid train, and the whole thing about the ghosts and the nightmares and stuff like that. But they just didn't pace themselves at all. The pacing was so bad. It felt, and I'm
go for it.
I was gonna say it felt like a filler. It didn't feel like we're starting a new year of content.
Yeah, it was kind of just
like a filler.
It was a filler just to throw in what they wanted people to be aware of.
Like, like if it spent the entire if they kind of did like a kind of like in retrospect, like setting up because obviously the pyramid ships are a big focus going forward. Like that is the whole, and then Beyond Light, it's a very, very big thing. But like people forget, like yes, some people only play the main stories, like they play the DLC on launch day, they play it for like a week and they go away. But majority of the community plays the whole year, so you have to fill it with something.
So I'm going to get you thinking for a bit.
Okay.
Because it's just something that's popped in my head. I want you to name or describe, let's say, 3 to 4 of your most memorable moments in Destiny as a whole. So that's including 1 and 2.
Including 1 and 2?
Yeah. Like, just what's the first 4 that come up to your head? Because I can tell you right now, the first 3 that have came to my head are all D1. It's only the 4th one that ends up being D2.
Oh. Alright, do you want to go first? Let me think about that.
The very first one that came to my head is the first Vault of Glass raid I'd done. Like I said, it's the one that I sniped from a brother and was playing with mates, and I'm going to remember that one because one of the funniest things that we had was one of them who played Destiny a lot of the time was like, oh, you can't kill the harpies because you physically can't. They're impossible to kill. We're like, we want to try it. Start shooting one. Everyone joins in. We kill one. All right, but you can't kill the second one because they're now stronger. We shoot a second one. Try to kill it. Kill it. Okay, but you physically can't kill the third one. We test the third one. It kills us. But it was the dumb shit like that. It was the dumb shit like that I remembered from it, and just the stupid stuff. So like that's the first one. The second one has to be one of my Trials of Osiris games. I think it was myself, Liam, and Simeon. So it was. And all I remember from Simeon's point of view, because he sat there and had a recording, I'm going to look for it because it is a recording that I find so fucking funny. You know, let me see if I can find the name of the map because it is on D2 as well.
The maps in D1 were just so much better.
Oh yeah. So let me find the name of the map first. Game options, map. No.
Exodus Blue? I think the map was it
It's
Twilight Gap,
Convergence.
Bannerfall, Convergence, yeah.
So we're on Convergence, and enemy team have all pushed, like lower mid, the wee balcony area that you can sit there and not even center, but lower mid, where if you get shoulder charged or punched in any way, you're off the map.
Oh yeah.
They're there. We went mid. I shoulder charged from mid to lower mid. Absolutely fucking whiffed it. Missed everyone. But at that stage, I was running my Titan with the helmet that allowed you to aim your supers. So all Simeon sees is me whiff off. He bursts out laughing, and then all he only hears a crackling of the thunder strike. Hit 2, punch the third one to death, and he just goes into fucking laughter. Because he's like, all I see is your character flying off the map, and I'm thinking, you're a fucking dumbass, and then all of a sudden you just team wipe them without them realizing. What? Like, their reactions was priceless, and that's why that one sticks in my head, because it went from, this is the biggest fuck up you've done, you've put us in the 2-on-3, to, holy shit, how did you do that?
I think it's funny. You're saying that. I don't think it's one of my top memories. I just think it was funny when we did custom games in D1.
Mm-hmm.
To just speak about Simeon, I was playing with him, Simeon, and a couple of, and I was just styling on Simeon. And he finally got his hammers, and he's like, "I'm gonna get you now, boy." And of course, my favorite class is Night Stalker. Around the corner with his hammer, is like, "I'm gonna get you now." Walked into the teller and I shot it once with Hawk Moon. I instant killed him.
Just a scream.
And I just heard it like, "God damn it!"
But yeah, that would be the second one. The third one would have to be my fumble on Wrath of the Machine.
Oh yes, that was funny.
Alright, go dunk it.
That was so funny.
Go dunk it on him. Fucking pops a bubble straight on top of him.
Pops bubble, and everyone just. I like the fact it wasn't like it wasn't like an individual. Like I fucked up. It was like everyone just stopped doing the entire.
It was just in disbelief. It's like, that did not just happen. It's like, yep.
Like everyone just stopped, just like.
It's like, wait, what?
But all DPS just stopped. All ad clear just stopped, and they just stopped and stared. Like, not like individual, just collective disbelief. Like, did that just happen?
Oh yeah. And then the final one, like, 4th and 5th. I'm going to say 5th because they're both quite good memories for me. Has to be the raids we did recently with Kyo and all.
Which one?
So the first, the one that takes 4th place was the
garden.
No, it was Aiken King, where we were trying to run the Spire as a 5-man. I was like, me and Kyo sitting there running our side as a duo, feeling like it's easy mode while you're like, I know. It was bad because even Kyo sat there and mentioned he was like, I felt bad for Ninja because he's having to babysit while trying to sit there and get them to understand it.
That meme of the really tired parent with like 2 kids on fucking leashes. I'm literally like that. Like, please, getting pulled in 3 different directions. Like, please stop.
So like, that's 4th.
I'm trying so hard.
And then for 5th would have to be our run of Last Wish, the whole run. Not even like a key part of it. It's the whole run. Like, I just remember how funny it is, because at the end, me and you are so fucking tired, but we're just like, we need to get through this.
why did it's like in hindsight, it's like yeah, that was so much fun, but at the time, I'm like, why did I agree to do this?
Best way to describe
Why
this.
didn't you record that? It was.
I was
so
annoyed because that
funny.
was also
It
after
was
the
so
that was also
funny.
after
The
the Taken King run. I
The
was like,
one you literally
I
just
recorded
it,
that
and
one.
then they're like, right, last wish, and we're like,
I was like, because I think you sat there and told me, I was like, oh, it's a quick one. I was like, you know what, if it's a quick one, there's no point in me recording it. It'll be fine.
Okay, no, I did not say a quick one. I said it'll probably be a quick one.
Aye, you said it'll probably be a quick one because we'll be able to do the cheese. We'll be able to do this to get past these encounters. It'll be a fairly quick one. Like you never stated an answer. Like you never stated an actual time frame. And what was it? That's our longest raid. I think it's like 9 hours or something. We were in it.
9 fucking hours we were in there.
Because it was less than 9.
No, was it that, or was it the Divinity run in Garden?
Nah, it was
that longer.
The Divinity run was long, but it wasn't that long. Because I remember we got on around 7. Or
we did the trial runs like for 2 weeks beforehand. Before doing the Divinity run.
But even then,
I'm gonna say that's up there as like one of my top. I remember like at the end, like what was it? We did Garden with it, and I was like, because that's when I was working there. So I was up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was like 6 a.m. and I'm like, I'm so like I'm like guys,
now.
I've literally been up for like 20 hours, and I was like, listen, you can do it. I'm so tired, I can barely function. It's like I can't. I was like, I'm so tired. I cannot function. I can't function. I can't do the timings. Like I can't. I literally couldn't do the math in my head of the timings. I'm like, just somebody else do it, please.
Because I remember with Divinity, at a certain point, you basically would stare at me, and I'd be like, right, I'll explain what we need to do here, because I know you were just burnt. Like you wouldn't even say anything. You just turn your character, stare at me. I'm like, okay, no, you are fatigued. I'll take explaining so you can meet.
It's like you're trying to explain stuff, but your brain is just not.
Your brain is just mush.
You're like, I'm trying to explain stuff, and I'm trying to do the countdowns, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I'm so tired.
This kind of gets me onto the main thing that I actually wanted to rant about, which is ironic. That's being basically an hour in from the recording.
Are we finishing off? We did Shadowkeep. Do you want to finish that off, or do you want to keep going?
Well, finish off what. Remember your, or give me your top 5 things.
Okay, top 5 things. I'm trying
Thing
to
1.
In order.
Doesn't have to be in order. Like to me, those weren't in order. These were just what popped into my head first when thinking about them.
Okay, not in any order. This is
no.
Leviathan raid. Banger.
That's your first one, wasn't it?
The first time we played together doing Taken King, having to explain to Sean the mechanics, that's definitely up there. I'm trying to think. Some of the dungeons runs. The Warlord's Ruin, doing Warlord's Ruin for the first time. That is up there. That was so much fun. I went back and I rewatched that on your channel because I couldn't sleep a couple of days ago, and just being I like the fact nothing changes, like knocking people off edges and stuff. It's I want to say in my stats how many times you specifically have killed me, or through your actions have killed me. You are probably the thing I have died to most. Not enemies, not mechanics, literally you punting me into walls.
So you've probably died more to me intentionally than unintentional.
Punted, like, you think, that's fine, I'm just in my menu right now, pumped it into the abyss, like...
Like, majority of my unintentional kills on you would be... Well, no, majority of my
launcher, and you walk in front of it.
It's like they're not even intentional. It's just like I've moved, and it's just unfortunate that I've stepped into your line of fire. There's a reason I don't use explosive
It's
heavies
like,
anymore.
it's like, don't move. It's like you're in a well. Don't move. You're fine.
No, because that one, I remember that one. It wasn't even as if I moved. I tapped my B button by accident and stood
Yes,
up.
you put the wall up. No, there's one you put the wall up when we were doing rocket.
Yep.
You're like, oh, this isn't a little wall. You put the big
Yeah,
wall.
it's like,
We'll
oh,
kill ourselves.
that's the wrong wall. Guardian down, Guardian down, Guardian down.
Yeah, because we're all like firing the rockets. Like, oh yeah, because we're all firing rockets, and it was just like you were in front because you were crouched in front of everyone, and you're like, you put the fucking big wall up, and literally all fucking 5 of us just killed ourselves.
That's more priceless because I remember you going, Alex, no! As you fired it.
Yeah, it was one of those, you seen it happening, but it was too late. Like, you already hit the trigger for the rocket to fire. It was like that.
Alright, so your first one is the Leviathan raid.
Leviathan was so much. Last Wish, I'd say, is definitely up there. That last raid.
Yeah.
Gardens up there. What else I think would put up there? Oh, there's just so many. There's just so many just random funny moments.
You have this.
Like some of actually, year 1 doing the Nightfall strike. Do you know remember there was the Arc strike?
Oh god.
Doing it with Clayton and Brandon, like trying to get Brandon through the fucking gates was so funny. It's like, it was just so funny.
30 seconds remain. Finish.
I don't know, there's just, Spyro's, there's just so many funny moments, just so many fucking funny moments. Yeah, just
10 seconds.
I'm trying to like top. I don't think I have like a top moment. I just think I have lots of moments.
Well, it wasn't really top moments. Like, what was the first 5 that came to your head when you sat there? And
yeah, well,
thought about
I'd say like Warlord. I said Leviathan, Last Wish, Warlord's Ruin, what was it? Wrath of the Machine. Day 1, Wrath of the Machine. Actually,
yeah.
that would be definitely up there. That was so much fun. Doing, you know what? Actually, doing all the old raids. I think going back when we got our new group and going back and taking them through all the old raids, I think was really fun. Like taking them through King's Fall and Crota and like showing them all like the really old super strats that nobody like. That's another thing I hate about the community. Nobody passed on all these really old amazing strats. And I remember like, what was it? I sure was it the teletraps on King's Fall to Clayton, and Clayton was like, "Wait a minute, you can do that?" It's like, yeah. Like, nobody ever showed me this. I'm like, yeah, it's really old tech, but it's so good. Or like the fact that the bubble actually buffed the sword on Crota,
Oh yeah.
so you didn't have to do as many hits on him. Like, it was like little,
There was
that's
so
little
many
things like
small
that
things.
nobody passed on because people were just done with the community whining and complaining, and they're just like, you know what, I'm just keeping this for myself.
But then that's what I find baffling. Is like just it was the stupid stuff that the community started arguing about, and it's one of those things. Like, even though in my top 5 things that I remembered first when I go, what did I enjoy about Destiny in terms of the engagement? There is so many more, because there's like, how many times did we actually sit there and LFG people for Trials of Osiris, and we would come across some of the oddest goofballs that just melded so well. We would do shit, but we were having fun doing it.
What is it? So what have you got for Golgroth EVF? I've got a blue side on. You got anything else?
Like, that was
Oh.
priceless. I still remember one of our best Gambit games
Oh,
where we
it's
managed to clutch it back.
Yeah, trying to get Sean to buy a fucking sniper rifle.
Right, I forgot about that.
I was so
No,
it's like
no.
for like
Oh, Taken King. Alright, who has major spec?
oh fuck off. No boss back. Fuck off. Fuck off. That was so annoying.
It was priceless because for me and you, it was. It's common for us to be like, alright, well, yeah, you should have boss spec on, and then you hear them, it's like, what's boss spec? I'm sorry, what?
Do you know what I mean? And the worst part was because we didn't care, but they wanted the getting it done within the first week of launch to get the emblem, and we're like, well, we have emblem, we don't care. And it's like so hard, just try like because we stomped through the raid, we stomped through it, and then it's like I'm trying to do it with the other parts of our clan, and it's like, why is this so hard? Like we stomped through this. And it's just, oh, it was just so frustrating.
I just love that.
Just, I've never both felt, so much rage. Like, it's like they just were not doing, like, this is when it was good as well. This one it did, like, 20% more damage.
Yep. And the moment
And
we
it's
had
like,
it was just immediately a cakewalk
we
past that.
two-phased, and it's like, we just couldn't get past the DPS check, and it's like, you're just like I was so enraged because it was
I
one
think
of those
the
like
exact same the exact thing you said after we killed it in 2 phases is like, that's what boss spec does.
yeah, it's like it took like because we just kept failing the DPS check and we just kept failing and failing and failing, and I'm like, how are we feeling? Like, cause like we like what like we like what one shot it? Two? No, we two shot it because of the.
Yeah, we never even broke
I think
the
someone
spirit
got
totem.
Yeah, because and then that's when I found out the fucking goblins get the ball attack, and I'm like, oh shit, that's new.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to go hunt down the brand, like because we were expecting like like it was like D1, you had to shoot the acolyte, you had to get a kill, but it's like no, you had to go get the brand.
But you now have to grab the brand. Because, oh, those were even priceless when someone who had the brand would forget counting, and then the last thing you know is, oh shit, 3, 2, 1. It's like, oh, who's grabbing it? Me, okay.
Oh, it was just so annoying. And or like, what have you got for boss damage? What are you using? Oh, I'm using an auto rifle. Like, what do you mean using it? Like, what do you got? A pulse rifle. There was a pulse rifle. I'm like, oh, using Outbreak. Okay, that's fine. No, a pulse rifle.
It's just a pulse
What do you
rifle.
mean you're using a pulse rifle? Like, what do you mean? You're using a pulse rifle. I was doing the BXR, the 30th anniversary event. It's like, why? Use a sniper rifle. Oh, just what an absolute bunch of goobers.
It's shit like that, and to me,
Like we got it in the end, but it was just like, what? How? Why is this? Why was this so? What is that? It's so hard.
but it's just wild. Because obviously you had Shadowkeep. After Shadowkeep, wasn't it?
Beyond Light,
Beyond Light
Beyond
was mixed.
I liked it.
I liked Europa. I liked the area and all, but again, in my opinion, Beyond Light felt the same as Shadowkeep, just better. It was another filler.
It was better. It was like again, Beyond Light was supposed to be like the intro chapter.
Yeah, but it felt the same as
because they split
Shadowkeep.
Lightfall, yeah, but it did advance the story. We got new subclass. The one I did like the fact that Bungie actually listened and people were like, "Look, I'm tired of landing at the start of the area and I'm to traipse my way the whole way back up to the labs. Can you just put in a landing zone there?"
Yeah.
And they actually did put in a landing zone. Again, I did like it. I think it was interesting. There was a lot of stuff got answered that we wanted. Stasis, I liked. I like Stasis. I like when we got. I think. Okay. At the start, I was kind of like, oh, okay. The class, okay, very nice. I really liked it when we got all the perks and everything for it, and I'm like, this is really good. Like, this is really good. I really like the subclass. And it was really weird because everyone was like, at the start, it was either like it was really overpowered or it was really underpowered. Because if you used it in like PvP, but then people were using it in like top tier PvE stuff, and people were like, it's not killing anything. And I was like, no, it doesn't. That's not a killy subclass. Right. Card control subclass. Well, like card control. I liked it. Like I said, I really liked the concept for it. I think it was really good. I liked the thing. I think it was interesting. I think it's weird because it's one of the only areas of the game where they actually like talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? About your past achievements, they say like, oh, you know, because Aramis obviously is a legacy character that's been around for a while. They're like, oh, you fought Oryx, like you fought Stolas, you know what I mean? And then if you've done the Master Zero R mission, it's like, oh, you fought Aramis before.
I've done
like,
well to sit there and acknowledge your past.
Which is more than solid and ever did.
Saladin was just like, hey.
Like, yeah, it's me, you know, the guy. I'm just like, who? New phone, who did? Who are you again?
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I think it was very interesting. More Anna and Stranger Talk, which at the same time I think it's really interesting. Like again, they had like the dark timeline, but the same again another big problem with Bungie writing is everyone started. It's like going, oh yeah, but in the dark timeline, it's like yeah, but at the same time that's not really relevant to anything that's happening. So stop quoting it, please. It's kind of like what was it? The one we were getting weekly from. It was supposed to be from Eris, but it turned out it was like from the Korea, and it was like, you know, which queen? I was like please stop quoting that because that's, you know, it's clearly like bullshit.
Just a quick question, or bear in mind, if I do disappear from camera, I can still hear him because it's a wireless mic, so I'm not also just ignoring him.
The DLC wasn't the strongest. I give it what? 6 out of 10? Like it wasn't bad, but it was a Destiny DLC. Does that make sense? Like it wasn't anything too hard, it wasn't anything like amazing, it was just kinda like, hey, it's just a campaign. Go do it. To unlock Stasis. 9. The seasons. Okay? Very good. I really enjoyed the seasons. And Steel 14 season I don't think it was the strongest.
This is the one word I mean.
Maybe?
Was it this season?
Was it no, I think it was after this. I think they kind of like changed that. Just because that's what really annoyed me about it, because I think they retconned that later.
What was scene 14? Because scene 14 season, no, so
yeah, that was the Sundial.
Yeah, when was that?
That was after Beyond Light. So we got brought Scene 14 back.
Yeah.
No, was that or was that Shadowkeep?
No, because he wasn't back
What
for
was it?
Shadowkeep.
It was after Shadowkeep the season. No, what? Witch Queen, no, Beyond Light.
Hold on.
Oh, what season was it straight after Beyond Light? Because I know we had the. It wasn't the one with Mithrax, was it? Straight after?
Let me see. Of course it's gonna do.
Was it the one with Mithrax?
No, because we didn't have the splicer stuff at that point.
Was okay.
I think Sundial was after.
That was Shadowkeep. That was
Was it
Shadowkeep.
Yeah.
That was
So
after Shadowkeep. Let's see. But I'm trying to remember. There's that many. Let's see.
because that's when you got Perfect Paradox and all, wasn't it?
Right, Shadowkeep. Then you had. Season. No, that was the yeah. It was so yeah. Season of Dawn. That was that. Season of Arrive. Season of the
Oh,
Hans.
right. Shit. I just realized what I've said. I don't.
No, Keitel showed up. That's what it was. That was Keitel. That was the Keitel season.
Alright,
Straight after.
before we continue.
Uh,
I don't have an issue with Saint being gay. The reason I find it a negative thing is because they retcon such a good story that was between Saint and Osiris beforehand. Like, the whole reason was meant to be more of guilt than anything, and then they changed it.
It was. Yeah, it
So
was.
that's why it's negative to me.
Yeah, Danny just hates the gays.
I don't hate the gays.
No, yeah, because it changed the whole. That's one of the.
It changed it from being like a guilt-driven Osiris to a love-obsessed Osiris, which doesn't put as much weight. It doesn't put as much weight on it. Like, the whole reason he was trying to build the Sundial was because he felt heavy of the guilt of causing Saint's death, not
and
because
that's why he didn't want to take up sort of any sort of vanguard leadership or anything position again. It's like I killed my I got my best friend killed. You know, I shouldn't be in charge of anything. Look how well that turned out. Which again the guilt of it. It's like, look, if I just had to explain, because that's the one thing I really liked in the lore about Osiris, and it's like he was exiled warlock, and then we find out from the speaker, it's like Osiris was supposed to be the new speaker, and he just didn't want to continue the lie anymore. He's just like, look, this is just a lie, and I don't want to be a part of it. And I think it went from this kind of a very interesting sort of ideological things from these two people who are friends, and then one person completely believes in that, and it's like, yep, you know, we completely believe in this too. Look, I can't do this. This is a lie. I've been told the truth. Everything we believe in is a lie, and I won't do it. I won't perpetuate it anymore. But I think they could, like I said, the storyline is weaker because of it.
Yeah. There could have been more built off, but there wasn't.
Yeah, so then, yeah, we're over, Beyond Light. Yeah, Keitel season, I really like the Keitel season. With the Cabal, a lot of the Cabal backstory, I think is very interesting. I hate the fact it took them so long to do it. Like, it felt like we got a Cabal season every other season, but nothing actually advanced. It was just them trying to destroy us again, and then constantly failing. And then Keitel showed up, and it's like, oh, okay, so we get to see a bit more of. And we also got sort of more information about the Hive as well, which I think is very interesting. Like the Cabal thing, Hive, Cabal lost, and it's very, very interesting. Then we got the Splicers.
Yeah. Personally,
So
to me,
we got
it was a nice
small
season,
one.
but also it was.
Oh, wait, can I ask top memorable moments?
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, you and Liam bitching at me to launch the thing, and it's like the thing won't launch. It keeps error code, and you're like, well, I can't. Well, I'm got stream privilege, so I can't stop
Oh,
it. And
right.
up honeydew error.
Ah. The wee short clip I have.
But yeah, I literally cannot launch. I cannot launch the event. It just will not work.
But darkness promises ruin.
That was funny, yeah. And then like Season Splicer. Then we had the Okini one. After it's revealed that Osiris is Osiris, and it's not actually Osiris. That was revealed. Like that was a long. I think the problem with that season, I don't think why people don't really like it. It went on forever.
Was that the season that got extended?
Forever. It was supposed to be because Beyond Light was pushed back from September to November, so now the yearly cycle started in November.
Holy shit! Actually,
And then they pushed back. And then they pushed it back. Witch Queen launched February. I don't remember because that was COVID time, so everything was still kind. What's it doing? That's when things were like opening up again properly, weren't they? Or was it just before that? Yeah, because Beyond Light was like, when did Beyond Light? What year was that? Yeah, 2021, and then... Yeah, 2022, so it's when things were sort of open and stuff again. Yeah, so Witch Queen, really good. Witch Queen, really good day. Well, I say really, really good day one experience. That was actually, for me personally, like really fucking frustrating. Because somebody was like, the amount of errors they were having, and we're sitting waiting for them on the first mission. The first mission took 2 hours.
Shit, right? Yeah.
Because somebody kept having had like audio issues. Oh, then I've got to go do this. Then I've got to do that. And our third teammate also just went and just disappeared. I'm like, you've had literally 6 months to prep and have all your audio issues, all your attack issues sorted for this one day. I fucking didn't do it.
No. I wasn't having audio issues. It was the fact I got in, found that the audio levels were fine, we're sitting there tweaking them as we were going on the fly, and then the issue I had was when you're sitting there living with your family, the moment you want to do something completely undisturbed, everyone under the goddamn sun is now needing your attention and wanting you to do this and that, and that's what kept happening. I had to go and disappear to go and do trivial tasks. I was like,
And Leon's TV just decided, his monitor just decided it didn't want to work anymore. It's just like, no, I'm done now. It was just just like 2 hours into the game. I'm just still sitting at the first checkpoint, just like, guys, please, anytime today.
Yeah, we're literally waiting. Like, I think it was more funny because we were waiting to go through the portal, and then when we went through the portal, that was it basically finishing the first mission.
Yeah, we're just sitting here waiting, and I'm like, because you're like, please don't advance the story without us. I'm like, okay. Because you want your first reaction to be, like, you want to record, like, the first reaction, everything, I'm just sitting, like, yeah. Yeah, so Witch Queen is good, season's really good. That's one thing, I don't think I really like how good, because I kind of stopped playing as much just because other things were out that I was interested in.
Because that was kind of when you were sitting there playing your Persona 5 quite a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, almost came out. I was playing it a lot. A couple of like different RPGs and stuff came out, and I was like, I want to try this. What else? Like, yeah, all the seasons, the updated one, Season of Plunder. I like the Season of Plunder one. That's when we first got our little group back again, and we did like all the raid Taken King and stuff. Taken King had just come back out, so we're like, yep, let's redo it. Dude, so just.
And then for some reason, the community-wide argument randomly appeared of, oh, is Pillar 1 and 2 the front or the back of the room? I was like, the fuck are you on about?
All you fucking Zoomers who never played D1, it's like, you could tell who played D1, who was a veteran, and who wasn't just by that.
Like, it was like, the fuck are you guys on about?
Tell.
And then somehow that became a huge debate. It's like, bro, this was decided in D1. This isn't a new dungeon where people are trying
to change things. You don't know. Sit down, shut the fuck up, and do as you're told. I'm gonna explain to somebody what the fucking, the bow of the ship was, and like the stern and stuff like that. That is the front of the ship.
It was baffling because it changed from being like, because what was it? It was like,
They were like inverted it.
In D1 it was like F1, F2, B1, B2. Like it was basically referred to. And then because people sat there and started confusing it, it then had to go to, oh, this is Pillar 1, Pillar 2, Pillar 3, Pillar 4, because all of a sudden...
If you want to, from my experience, you want to see people's IQ drop in real time. Like, it's like, are people who are young actually have less IQ than us? I was like, yes, they do.
Look at that. Just look at that.
Look at that. They just couldn't understand the concept of this is the front. And they're like, but you come in from this angle.
Oh, but this is a room. It's like, no, but in the location you're at,
it's not a room.
You're at the but that's what the argument they're using is like. Oh, you're coming into a room. It's like, no, you're entering an arena.
Like, this is the front of the ship. This is the front of the ship. This is, look, there's the bow, there's the stern. That is the front of the ship.
A good argument is going is like, oh, I'm not going to go, oh, where am I going to set my TV? I'm going to put it on that wall or that wall. I'm not going to turn around and give a recommendation. Someone's like, I put it at the front wall.
Yeah, put it at the back. Yeah, it's like, you can't, it's like, people explain it's like, oh, do you, it's like, and again, people explain, it's like, okay, listen, when you go into the cinema or a theater, where do you go? You come in the back, you come in the back of the room, and you sit looking at the front of the room. Like, you don't just turn your fucking seat around. Like, you don't come in and, like, you go in looking at the screen. Like, oh my god, you people are dumb. I can rant for another fucking hour about this argument. You people are dumb. You are wrong. Shut up. You are just wrong. Just take the massive L. You are absolute Zoomers. No veteran cares about your opinion. Shut up.
Yeah, we had that.
Okay. Yes, that was fun. And then what happened? Lightfall. Oh, Lightfall. The beginning of the end.
Again, for me, Lightfall was kind of where you couldn't safely have an opinion on the game.
No, actually, wait, before we start. Witch Queen Legendary campaign? Amazing.
Peak.
Honestly, absolutely peak. Amazing. Best campaign experience because they actually made it really hard. And doing that final boss fight under-leveled...
Oh, it was so fun, but such a challenge.
It felt like a raid. It generally felt like either a dungeon or like a raid encounter.
You generally felt like a guardian, that's why.
It was so much fun. It was so hard, but it was so much fun. Yeah, so Witch Queen, and then all the Witch Queen seasons, which...
They were alright.
I mean, they were good, but they're mostly just an excuse to get new subclasses.
Oh yeah, they were alright.
I do think Seasonal Haunted, I didn't really care that much. Like I know a lot of people cared because like Leviathan was back, but it was kind of just the opening area. And
Yeah.
it was kind of one of those like, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, it's like I'm kind of done with it. I don't really, I don't care that much.
But yeah, was it Last
Um,
Light or whatever it's called, Lightfall?
yeah, that was the solar class. Then Season of Plunder was fun. That was a fun. Everyone hated on that season because it was like a funny season and it was like very lighthearted. And it's like, I don't care.
But
You
it's
people are terrible.
it's when Bungie knew how to deal with their community. It's like, oh, we
Like-
could have a serious season, but let's have something lighthearted. Let's not put strain onto our community. Let's
Like,
just
guys-
let them have fun. That's
Like, guys,
purely what that
you're-
season was.
Your new ability is to turn yourself into a missile, and we're putting you into a cannon to fire you across at another
Have
pirate
fun.
ship.
It's just have fun.
How seriously do you want? Like, how do we make a serious story out of this? It's just fun. Just have some fun with it. And people like the name of the boss. Like the boss was called Skur V. Like it's
Yeah.
Skur 5. It's like it's just a little pun. It's like, guys, come on. That come on.
It is
Have some fun
purely
with
a
it.
fun season.
Have some fun with it. It's just a bit of fun. Enjoy it.
But then let's get on to
Season
one of the best
Wait,
DLCs.
nope. Season of Seraph. Season of Seraph. Firewatch was my favorite dungeon.
Dungeon
I
was
love
good. I
Spire.
loved the dungeon.
I love Spire. I love the fact that if you look at the tumbleweed on day one, your entire thing crashed, and nobody knows why. Why was that a bug?
Oh, here's something that I found out, and it could be what's caused that. So, there is a thing that some animators or object designers will do, is which they'll get a large, high-detailed model and then scale it down, but they don't reduce the polygon count. So, think of it being like you have the spire. That spire could be 100,000 polygons. But because it's such a large object and it's such a mass thing, you're never going to be rendering all those polygons at once.
Control.
Think of it in terms of the tumbleweed now. It's 100,000
yeah.
polygons, but compressed into something that can fit on your screen. So, when you sit there and see the game is then going, I need to render all this. Oh shit, too much, crash.
Yeah.
Could be the reason
It's
for
just
it.
so
I know
funny.
you
Just
can
so
fight.
that game, like that dungeon. It's so many like random bugs and random kill areas that made no sense.
Oh,
It's just like what?
100%.
Like you tried to do the jump up to the first boss fight and you just like instantly killed yourself and you're just like, what happened to me? You just went and launched flying in the opposite direction, like the physics engine was just like, nope, it just cast me to the Shadow Realm.
What the fuck is that?
So funny. But yes, Lightfall. We actually had quite a disagreement about Lightfall after a launch.
I don't think we really had a huge disagreement. You know the way I'm like, where I'm quite happy to play somewhat a devil's advocate for a lot of stuff. So I was given it heavy benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and I was like running like, was it my second character, like third character through it, and I was seeing like all of the flaws, and I'm like, no, actually I can't excuse this anymore. Like this is just so bad. Lightfall. I mean, I'm sure anyone watching this is kind of like Lightfall. Lightfall. The Veil. We must get like. I think Lightfall was the beginning of the end. The writing was so bad.
Zone A captured.
Mhm.
Zone advantage is yours.
Like it was so bad, which I don't understand how when this is like they just finished Witch Queen, or like they finished Witch Queen previously, and Witch Queen was such a banger. Like the writing was
Zone
on
B
point,
captured. Zone advantage is yours.
even during the seasons. The writing was on point. Like, with the cutscene where Screeton sacrificed himself, and we get to see the Traveler like the week before it launched,
Yeah.
and it gave us back like the classic. It made like the original the original start screen with the
Mhm.
traveler floating above the earth, and it was such a good setup and so good. Like you could see like all different people's point of view, and like that cutscene I think is one of the best. And it's like it was like
Captured Zone C.
it sets up
You
everything.
have
You get to see
advantage.
Callus's ship, like preview beforehand, and it's like brilliant. And it was like, oh, the traveler shooting stuff out. It's just Arabic. Like,
Zone
why is it
B
not
lost.
running? At the end, and you see the witness reveal for the first time, and it's like, why is it running? It's like it has nowhere left
Double
to
down.
run, and you're like, oh, we are about to get our ass kicked.
Yeah, it done so
Oh.
well for setup.
And then the next week they launched Lightfall, and everyone
Zone
into
A
it so
captured.
hyped.
You have
It
zone
was so
advantage.
bad. It was like, what?
Jesus.
People complain about people complain about Sage the Plunder, but where were all those people then when Lightfall came out and the writing was so bad and it was like again so tonally wrong? Like, okay, you know this. There's a character in Lightfall that I hate and everyone hates because they're trying to be comic relief, and it's like I've told you this many times. It's like you just want to say to them, die. We're in a fight for survival against the extinction of the entire galaxy, and we just got our ass kicked. We are losing. We got destroyed, okay? This is not the time.
Zone A lost. Power. Enemy has your zone.
For me,
Oh,
Lightfall was when it became dangerous to have your opinions about certain characters.
yeah, but it's like okay. I'm just gonna. I know this is really a rant, but like the writing was bad.
Oh no, the writing was horrible.
And the writing was bad. About the thing. Gameplay. I hate the fact of learn this final shape. Stop giving us our new toy, then saying you can play with it for like half an hour. There you go. We're taking it back now. Let us. If you're gonna give us the damn thing, let us play with it.
Oh yeah.
Zone C
Okay?
lost.
Don't give us it at the very end of the game, and be like, oh, there you go. There's the thing. It's like no, just give us the new toy. Don't make us have to do all this post-end game stuff to get the new subclasses. Give us the new subclass at the start. And let us figure it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, let us learn it and play it and figure it out as we're doing the
Zone A
campaign.
lost. Your enemy has a power play. 5
Um,
minutes remaining.
Again, Neomuna is such a cool idea for a concept, but it's like a puzzle. It's really wide, but there's no depth to it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so gameplay wise, just again, Strand was amazing. Strand was really, I think, really good subclass. I really liked it.
Zone A captured.
It was so good. It trivialized encounters so like again the Necrochasm Strand build that I ran and Phil ran, and I stopped running it because it was so overpowered and boring.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could just go into a GM Nightfall and you could just solo it. It was so boring. It was so overpowered. It was boring. Yeah, the season. Okay,
Controlling
and
those
again, it's
zones.
like Season of
Only hope
Defiance.
for victory.
I like the missions. I think the missions were cool. Amanda's death. I'm gonna be honest. Didn't really feel anything for that because it was so flagged.
Yeah,
It
it was just really heavily flagged, so it's like, wow.
It was flagged for like months in advance, and I'm like, I don't. I'm actually surprised they went through with it. I thought it was going to be like a massive red herring, and they're like, dude, the fact like they flag it so much and it's so obvious that like there's no way they're going to actually go through with it.
Oh yeah.
And then they actually did go through with it, and I'm like, oh, they went through with it. Okay, moving on.
Like, what
And
have
I
they
know
done?
that's not the reaction. It's like I know that's not the reaction they wanted, but it's like at the same time, it's like
You knew it was going to happen. It's one of those type of deals
yeah,
where
like
it's
I
like,
said, if if it was just the shock value of it, like they didn't have any build up whatsoever, they just did it. It would have been one of those like instant like shocked.
But I think what made it worse was the fact that it was as if they were trying to pull out a kid moment again. Whereas, like, you can't really pull a kid moment when, like, if you've done something once to surprise someone, it's not going to work the second time. And that's kind of what they've done there. Is like, oh, yeah, Amanda wants to show that she can do stuff. It's like, alright, so you're giving her red flag. No worries, she's definitely going to die. Oh, wow, she died? What a shame. Like, the most that it came to me for was I had that wee slither of hope that a random guardian teleported in and grabbed her before she blew
or
up.
that she was going to be. I think a lot of people expected her to become a guardian, and then nothing. Nothing happened.
Wasn't that when no, it wasn't Crow.
Crow
was
around.
back long before then. But
yeah, then Season of the Deep. Season of the Deep came out.
Again, it was alright, but that was close to where a lot of people were burning out.
Yeah, Ghost of the Deep was really annoying because it took like so many weeks to get information on the and then I really hate this. They put the most important cutscene in the entire game at the end of a season. Where we learn the backstory of the Witness and the Light and the Darkness and the Traveler and the Pyramids and what the Veil actually is. And it's like, wow, you could have told us like 6 months ago what the Veil is. Why didn't you just put this? Why didn't you just put this in Lightfall? Like this could just explain. It's like, look, the Traveler is like this, fucking really powerful entity beyond your understanding. Don't think too much about it, and it channels light. The Veil is an image, is the same sort of thing, but it channels darkness. There you go. That's all you needed to tell us.
Nah, we're going to.
You don't need to explain the metaphysics of it. Just tell us what it is.
But the mystery.
Yeah, but the mystery has to actually go somewhere. A mystery isn't good if you kind of work it out for yourself or have theories about it. If you just don't tell us anything about it, it's not really a mystery. So Season of the Deep, Ghost of the Deep. That was a fun. I did that with Liam day one and stuff. We got to the not orcs fight, but that, and then we were just so underleveled. Then what was the next season? Season of the Witch, which I never really played that much Season of the Witch, to be honest.
It was alright, but it's one of those, it's just like, well...
I think this is after Lightfall was kind of when there was other stuff coming out. I didn't really feel the need to play as much.
So,
I was also just getting kind of bored.
The biggest issue during those seasons were none of those seasons felt important. And it was because of how big of a build-up you had. You had, was it Last Light or whatever that season was called? Or DLC was called. And then you had these seasons that weren't really progressing the story at all.
Yeah.
Until...
It just felt like we were floundering, like we were, again, filling stuff up. But then they gave really important information, like I said, like the Witness.
But only Season of the
Witch.
Only Season Deep and Season of the Witch, the only last two give you quite crucial details. And even then, if you went the whole year without watching or without doing any of those seasons, you missed no type of context.
The only other one was one of the conversations when Crone created how Kate actually came back in the Season of the Wish. That's another thing I really hated. Season of the Witch, I'm gonna be honest, I really hated. I can't remember. I can't pinpoint exactly when, but I went from I became I hated Savathun. Like, I hated
Savathun when it sat there and had the cutscene show the final wish on her wing, and it was the same thing that I agreed with. It's like, if that has been there that whole time, why wasn't that found on the very first fucking autopsy?
Yeah, it's one of those that went from. It's called writing yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
And Savathun went from a character that was just a very clever character that it's like okay, like the whole Dreaming City thing. It's a murder battery. Like look, it doesn't matter what we do. It's like a TV trope, it's like the Thanatos Gambit. It doesn't matter what we do. She wins in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what we do, no matter what outcome we get, she always wins somewhere. It's either A, we give up the Dreaming City, and then it's just left Savathun, she has all the power resource. B, we keep fighting endlessly, which keeps fueling Savathun, which keeps she also wins. Or we completely undo the curse, but then we have to use our resources to do that, which weakens us even further, which means we can't actually attack Savathun, which then she wins again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter what we do, she has some sort of end goal. That it doesn't like not exactly the same thing every single time, but she will win. She's won something over us, and she went from being a very clever character to just being a plot device.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's just a plot device that makes no sense. And I hated that because like it was like when Glint was, or not Glint. What's her ghost called? The used car salesman.
I thought it was Clint.
Yeah, Glint's Crow's ghost.
Is it?
Yeah, what's he called? Oh, I can't remember his name. You know what I'm talking about. He sounds like a used car salesman.
Yeah. I know what you're on about.
His name escaped me. That's got another thing. I have to figure that real quick. Yeah, and it's all like, oh, she left messages for you, and you're like, no, there's no way she would have thought she would have lost as much queen. There's no one, somebody who's that smart, that arrogant, could ever think that we could beat her. And even at the end of the Witch Queen, when you do beat her, she's like, huh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, you're like,
I
oh,
didn't
shit.
predict that. And it's just like I said, she's just a plot device. She's just a plot device. And it's like, oh, okay. So what? You're just a plot device. There's nothing interesting about you anymore. That's the thing that makes like those sort of characters interesting. It's the fact that they can lose. The fact that hey, that sort of like the third act restart. Like the hey, we thought something that you would never think of.
Do you want to be my fucking paperweight teammate?
No. So let's think. What else did we have then? Yeah, Season of the Wish again. That was another one that was delayed for about. It got delayed all the way to June. So that season was 9 months long. And I think this is when I really just stopped. Like I didn't like the seasonal activity. I didn't like the coil. I liked Warlord's Ruin. Warlord's Ruin was probably the best part of that season.
Oh yeah.
Probably. I'd say probably on most way, probably Spire more. Trying to get the rocket sidearm.
The fuck is this shit, bro?
But yeah.
Congratulations, you're dog shit. Congratulations, you had a grenade and you still fucking lost to someone that was burning. Like, bro, what is with these pansy ass fucking tactics?
Gonna have to edit that out. Anyway.
Bye.
So, no, we're taking that out. No, what we're doing. Yeah, so Season of the Wish just didn't really care for it. Just again, Spiral Shape comes out. Spiral Shape, again, one of my biggest issues with it is the writing, and I feel like the campaign could honestly have been double the length.
Again, I put more of a season than anything.
Like, it felt really rushed. It felt, and I don't mean like rushed in development. I mean rushed as in we were kind of
Congratulations,
sprinting
you're
towards
because
the
all you
end.
can do is camp in the corner.
Like it felt like we were sprinting towards the end rather than, you know, being, you know, I feel like it should have been a lot more of a struggle. And I do have a nice shout out to the environment artist. That it's probably the most beautiful destination we've ever had.
Oh yeah.
I do like it. I think really like the ghosts speaking up mountains and stuff and things like that. Like and all the hands, all the weird stuff. Like it's all very, very nice.
Come on, pick the corner.
But so yeah, so game ends. We did it as a 3-person. We did it over several days due to work constraints like that. Legendary campaign again. It did feel like an actual campaign. It did feel hard. Then you had obviously a lot. My big problem was. Again, I keep on the saying, but it's kind of the writing, and it's like because this was the end, and it was the time to bring back characters that you know we haven't really heard of them from a while. It's like, hey, why don't you use like you know what I mean? You have 10 years of characters to work with, and so I remember it's like so we got you know the cutscene at the end. You know, you beat the campaign. You know, you hurt the witness. It's like, I remember because it kind of makes sense. It's like, okay, like Title and the Cabal are going to help us. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And Mithrak from the Heights of Light. Okay, that's really good. And then it's like, we've secured this veteran hunter person. We're like, who are you?
Oh yeah, it's just like,
You know what I mean? It's like,
huh?
who are you? I've never heard of you.
Like, why are you here?
Honestly, how hyped would it have been if that was Aphrodite? How hyped, like, how good would that have been? It's like, oh wow, Aphrodite, we haven't seen you since like year 2. Like, oh wow, you're back. Like, you know what I mean? You had all these characters to work with, and like you just made up some random person that no one's ever heard of. I'm sure people will be like, oh, but this is in the lore, and I'm like, yeah, but like, come on, you had so many people you could have pulled. You had so many characters to work with. Then obviously there was Read Day, and then Exorcism. Okay, Exorcism I think is a really cool concept. It's like finally there's 12-man activity. But oh my god, it was so laggy. It was so laggy. Like it was like honestly, especially like sometimes depending on matchmaking. The lag was from okay, this is a little bit laggy too. Like, I think I must have matched with some people in Australia once because the amount of input delay was ridiculous. Like, there was just so much input delay. And that was the end. That was kind of, yeah, the end. But of course it wasn't the end. The problem was...
Well, fair enough, you're in the super, but I still think that should have killed.
But then I think we get into the real problem. I think...
You're jumping beans away from me.
Yeah, so we had, obviously... Final shape, and then Alex, if you were a designer, will you not think, hey, we just had final shape, we kind of need like a really good season to keep people engaged? Yeah. We need something for people to sink their teeth into.
Yep.
We did not get that.
No.
In fact, they're not even called seasons anymore. They're called episodes, and we got, I can't even remember what was the episode called?
I don't even remember myself.
Because I remember the first, I remember the second series. We had Revenant and Heresy. Echoes, that's what it was called.
Alright, Season of the Echoes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, I think Echoes is the weakest the game has ever been.
Oh yeah, because they had nothing to continue on.
It was, and the worst part was, they had a really good storyline, because the whole idea was it was supposed to focus on the rest of the races rather than not. So the Fallen storyline was done. I mean, so we're going to deal with Vex, Scorn, and the Hive. And you know yourself, my personal favorite race is the Vex.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Vex. I think they're the most interesting enemy. Just because they're so alien. They are actually alien. Like, the Cabal we can understand. The Elixni we can understand. The Hive, I mean, yeah, they're kind of genocidal maniacs, but you can understand them. The Vex are not. They are machined. And before everyone goes, oh, but they're not technically, they're not really, it's a guess, I know, but they're machines. Yeah? For sake of argument, they are, like, they are not organic life. They have goals completely beyond our understanding.
It just feels that they done, well, it's not that they done too much, it's they
Again, they never focus. They start stuff and they never finish it.
yeah.
Again, like I said, it's only a mystery if it eventually gets solved and you can say, oh, like this was the hint and this thing. But if you just keep it going forever, it's like, it's not really a mystery, is it? It's like, you don't care. Your audience doesn't care anymore. That's kind of what I felt like. It's like, oh, I want to talk, like, oh, we're going to get some information like the Vax and Clovis, and like, hey, is the Vax, you know, what are the Vax? What are they doing? What's their overall goal? And then we did more about Mara. And I do not care about this character at all.
And
I do not care.
This is one of the things that I find funny about the episodes, because it's the way I think you've described it and the way a lot of other people have described it. Episode, was it first one, the Echoes, what was the second one called?
Revenant,
and the third one was to do with
Heresy,
which was
the Hive.
The Hive. Echoes and Revenant, and the best way to describe them is not being like, oh, this is being rude or anything. They were basically two gay couple spots that we just decided to walk in on.
Yeah, Season Echoes was very much, it was about the relationship drama, which is not what I play this game for.
Like, it's like, oh, we're trying to close up the interesting stuff behind the Vex. Here's nothing related to it. Oh, what was Revenant's to do with? Revenant's was to do with the...
That was Crow and Fickrel. That I did like. I did like that they brought back, what was it?
Was it Crow and Fickrel?
Yeah.
I thought Revenants was... I thought Revenants was to do with Saint and Osiris.
No, that was Echoes.
Echoes? Oh, right, Echoes was Saint and Osiris.
Because he was like, what if I'm just a machine? What if I'm just a copy of a copy? And it's like, guys, like, you've been around for like 4 years.
But here's...
This existential dread is only hitting you now.
But this is the annoying thing is the existential dread that they put on him wasn't even existential dread that, like, you even sat there and said that would have hit a lot more home if it became the existential dread of him being like, well, I'm only here because you brought me back over your guilt. I'm not here because I survived. I'm here because you couldn't live with your mistakes.
Again, because he's an Exo, think about it, and again, the Exo dreaded. Is that actually in? Or is it just because, or is it like a facsimile, like a program?
Or is it like Saint 15?
Is this just a reboot and we've been told this?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just, you know what I mean? It's like a computer.
But they didn't they just didn't go that route. It was just like, huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I'm just a copy of your Saint.
again, because the whole they could have tied that to the Vex, because the Vex time travel boy is that Vex, and I kill it, and then it comes back in time. Is it the same Vex unit? Like the Guardian, there was a big thing about that. If your Guardian dies and they bring you back, are you the same person? Like they could have went into the whole time travel, because the Vex time travel, and alternate realities and shit like that. Like they could have really like what they did with the Eternal Darkness during Season Spicer. Like they'll really lean into the existential dread of the Vex. Like the Vex can just unmake you.
Hey, you want to be here?
Like,
no. Bye.
Like Praedyth in the Vault of Glass. Like Praedyth, they removed him from existence. Like it
like
could have been such a cool concept, and instead they wanted to focus on this one character that nobody find interesting. And I'm going to be honest, I'm sure somebody was like, "Oh yeah, actually, I'm a fan of this." Nobody really cares. She is like Mara. It's kind of like it's really annoying because they're trying to play her straight, and I'll get into it when I get into the next episode. She's not a threat. We just killed the witness. Not even the witness is above God. Like the gods of the hive submit to the witness, and we beat them.
Yeah, you are not. Oh, this is a threat because they got a fragment of the witness. It's like, yes,
you are no threat.
A fragment.
A fragment, and what is they doing? Controlling the Vax. Okay.
So nothing new.
Makes no sense. We just kill Vax. It's just again, it's just the focus was completely wrong, and again they're like, okay, Revenant. I like Revenant. I okay. Here's the thing. I did like the fact more that they brought back the defense missions. I really like that. I really, again, the ending. I liked it was the kind of the idea of we finally finished off the whole Kell of Kells prophecy. It's been going since basically House of Wolves.
Oh yeah.
I like they actually this was said all these things they keep talking about and they actually put on it and like this is the ending of it. It's basically Fickrell. It's like Fickrell and the Scorn. You have Aramis. I fucking hate Aramis. I really wish we just fucking shot her because she just causes so many problems. And I hate the fact it's like people defend it. It's like, oh, but what about all their past trauma? Not about all these things. It's like, bitch, she's killed so many people.
There's just straight, don't care, didn't ask.
You know what I mean? At some point, you've got to admit, like, oh, but I lost my home and everything. It's like, yeah, at some point, you got to admit, like, this is kind of on you. Okay, you're kind of choosing to be a dick right now.
Like a titan of the first pillar.
The whole, again, I like the fact that, and then with Mithrax and stuff, I like the fact we actually got like some of the Nezarec. I think it was really interesting, the idea of like the Nezarec corruption and stuff like that. Like, and then starting to get, like, I think that was really cool. I think it was like, again, it was one of those things, like, when it happened with Osiris, people were like, hey, is this not going to be a problem, like, later down the line? That this, like, entity of pure evil is kind of,
starts hinting at it being a problem, and they're like, no, it's fine.
Like, this is fine, this is not going to be a problem. And it's like, later, like 2 years later, oh yeah, this is a problem. I just didn't, I can't, like, this
my aim is ass, my aim is ass. Sorry.
Again, the problem with it is, I think that a lot of the story got laid out and laid out and laid out. You know, like, because I had to stretch it so long. And it honestly could have been told in, like, a couple of weeks. Like, it was not... The story advanced so... And I get they had to fill up time and stuff, so it's not that problem. It took up so... There was so much busy work in it for, like, such little story each week.
Zone C lost. Enemy has a power play.
But I thought, and then obviously the ending, Fickrell was defeated. Aramis gets the shard, and she decides to leave, not leave Mithrax, and she was like essentially the final Kell, the Kell of Kells, because there's nobody else left. And it's like, okay, well that's not like how I thought that would end, but like, okay, but you know what I mean, like it's an ending. It's like, okay. There you go.
Sorry, I'm going to have to cut in real quick here. You're kidding me, this game still has the fucking questionable damage bug. where it doesn't know if it wants to have you dead from a shot or not.
Zone A lost.
Oh
Enemy
god,
has
that's
zone
still a thing. Okay, continue.
Yeah, like I said, it was like an ending. The basic, like, it's over. Story's been wrapped up. You know, is it what everyone wanted?
That shut them down.
No, it was
Double
okay,
down.
but like,
You have
it's an
zone
ending.
advantage.
Okay, it's like it's
Zone
acceptable.
B lost.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Season of Heresy, probably the one everyone was looking most forward to, because let's face it, the Hive are Bungie's favorite faction. Like, the Hive content is always banging. It's always a banger.
You had a spark, buddy. Yeah, somehow they dropped the ball on the Hive content.
The only problem with it is they're trying to make... Okay. The problem is, of the three Hive gods, Oryx is dead, but obviously Oryx came back
Zone C
because through
lost.
the Echo.
They have advantage.
Then you have Savathun, who, like I said, is more of a plot device than anything else, and it's like, okay, you're just like annoying, go away. And then you have Zivu Ra. Zivu Ra, big joke. She's amazing. She is no threat to us whatsoever. She has never been a threat. It is, we just clown on her all the time, and they keep trying to make it think like, oh, she's a really big threat. She's the Hive God of War. And it's like, you're a joke.
Just going to
You are an
count that stair.
absolute joke.
You 100% were just going to count that stair because you're forcing a spawn. You scummy
Zone
bastard.
C lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
Fuck, I remember why I stopped playing D2.
Zone B.
Yeah, but it's like,
You have zone
you are not a threat. You are, like I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. She's not a threat. Every time it's like, I'm going to send my champions against you, they're dead. I'm gonna scheme it,
Zone
you're
A
dead.
lost.
I'm gonna try and resurrect, you're dead. Like, please, just stop. Like, you are not a threat to
Zone
us.
C captured.
You lose
You
all
have
of the time.
advantage.
You haven't had a single victory against us. Please just stop.
Zone B lost.
Like, honestly, even in Season of D, but I remember this because remember the line, it was supposed to be like a really serious line and we were playing it and I couldn't stop laughing. I remember it was like, I am Zivu Ra, High God of War, and Saladin's voice actor just goes, no.
Zone A captured.
Like a
Zone
disappointed
advantage.
father. I couldn't stop laughing at it.
I missed those shots, bro. What?
It's like, no. Like, you please, just go away. It's one of those, like, in her, I imagine, like, from Zivu Ra's point of view, we're like her ultimate rival. It's like, and we're like, who are you? Like, who?
Like, who are you again?
Like, who are you again? Like, like, her entire life's purpose is defeating us, her rival, and we're like, we don't even know who you are.
Three.
Like, I can't remember
But,
your
like,
name.
yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, she's, again, this is the problem with the writing. She is not a threat. She's just not interesting. There's nothing interesting about her. She's a joke. Like, she's actually just used as a joke.
Double down.
You're... What?
So, and then, obviously... I do think it's very interesting. I did like the new voice for Oryx. It's like, oh, well, technically, you know, we did kill them back in D1, and by the law of the Hive, we killed them, therefore we get to assume their role. And it's like, there you go. It's
Come on,
like,
jump over the way.
you know.
I missed my
I
shot!
did like,
God damn it! Sorry, I was on the killing spree, fucking whiffed.
yeah, I did like kind of the ending of Oryx just kind of wanting to go back to Fundament and be like, look, and us being like, yeah, but unfortunately we can't let that happen. We, do you know how much of a pain in the ass it was to kill you the first time? Yeah, you're gone, buddy. So yes, so we essentially kill work the game and make it so he cannot be resurrected.
What?
Uh,
Come on, bro. Take. You're that much of a failure, you want to hide. It works like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Stop
So yeah.
flying in the air, bro.
that ends the Light and Darkness saga. Here's what I tell you about Year 11, but fun fact, I have not played Year 11. After Revenant was done, I uninstalled the game, and I've never played the game since.
Sound tactics bring victory.
What the fuck did I just witness? What did I just witness? Like, I'm sorry, but there's so many kills there that I shouldn't have gotten. They just gave them to me. I felt like I was playing Stellaris, so it was. No, it's... So, like... I haven't even played Renegade. Sorry, correction. I've played the opening sequence to Renegades, and it did not pull me in. There's a reason I haven't bought it.
It's like, wow, a Star Wars crossover. Like, two franchises that are really struggling.
Like, pretty much. And it was, like, I know people sometimes says, like, oh, the Renegades crossover is actually quite fun. It's quite enjoyable. You should try it. And I was like, I could.
Like, it's like, yeah, but is it actually good, or is it just everything's been so bad for so long that anything that's kind of mediocre is like, wow, this is a massive improvement?
A perfect example at the moment is obviously while we've been sitting there chatting all, I've been doing random stuff in Destiny. At the moment I'm going through Crucible matches as they slowly load in. And you know the way I'm like with weaponry. So like at the moment I'm literally just using Hung Jury Adept and Trust. Do you want to know what my stats were last match? 39 opponents defeated. Combat efficiency of 3.25. 9k damage. The next highest person's damage was on the enemy team was 7k. After that, it's 5k. My highest killing streak on that match was 11 kills until I whiffed a shot. And that kill streak wasn't even like, oh, you're cracked. It was someone ran at me with a shotgun and I managed to double melee them before they pulled the trigger. That shouldn't have happened.
Like the fact it's been like 10 plus years, people are still just running at people with shotguns.
Exactly.
And the thing I hate most is 9 times out of 10 that usually works, which is so annoying.
But this is what I also find wild. I'm doing stuff from Halo. Like the one rule people have in Halo, if someone retreats, you don't follow them. Because they're just setting up for an advantage for themselves. And every single time I got low, I literally just dropped around the corner or moved back for out of line of sight. They pushed, and I'm given the opportunity to get those free 2 to 3 shots to put it my way. I was like, how? How? It's annoying because this is meant to be casual control. And I can tell you right now, I'm not laid back casually playing the game. I've actually sat up forward. And I don't know what caused me to sit up forward. It was probably someone sitting there using a fucking stupid weapon. And I was like, you know what, I have to sit there and show you that that weapon isn't as good as you think it is. It's just because I'm being lazy that you think it's cracked. But that, to me, unfortunately, I feel like in terms of Destiny, one of the things that heavily helped kill Destiny, and I know people will agree or disagree on it, it was the streamers.
not sure about that. I don't know I don't know to what
So-
extent.
They helped kill Destiny because if you sit there and think about it, with
The negative feedback loop, and I would agree with that. But like,
but
if
at the
there's
same
issues and
time,
people keep pointing out there's an issue, is it the fault of the person?
but
who's
I'm not
pointing
talking.
out the
I'm not talking
issue?
about the issues. So like the issues are there. They're happy enough. I'm talking about the unnecessary complaints. Because what was the first thing? The first thing they done was complain that Gambit was shit because they weren't good at it. Everyone started to hate on Gambit. Less players played Gambit because they were given the negative experience of a streamer turn around being like, hey, this game mode's shit. They go into a match for the first time, get railed on, they go, oh, they're true. This game mode's shit. And never play it again. They don't give it the follow-up chance of like, oh, this could be a bad match. Fuck's sake, I sat there and was doing Crucible there. My first match, I sat there and we got stomped on. I wasn't go, oh, Crucible's shit because of it. It's like, well, it doesn't know where I'm sitting at. It's just throwing me into a lobby. Whatever. So, Gambit's community got fucked over because they were then told, oh, well, you're shit. No one wants to play with you guys. Which winked in its community, which forced them to either do Vanguard or Crucible. People only play Crucible when they're really bored if you're in the fucking PvE part of the community. Because the content for the PvE part of the community is quite dry and everyone's toxic masculinity of being like, oh, you need to run this, this and that, started peering out like fucking wildfire. Not many people sit there and do LFGs. So you rarely see that. I'm in a Destiny Discord that has 2 raid rooms used maybe a week. A week. When they used to have it at its peak, you would have seen majority of those raid rooms for all different raids filled up. And those weren't just raid rooms of, oh, hey, we're part of this clan and we're using one of your raid rooms. This was LFG games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dropped to once a week, 2 a week. Trials of Osiris, or Trials of the Nine, it got shafted because fucking
Trials of Osiris.
streamers
Trials of
complained
Osiris.
on it.
Trials of Osiris deserved everything it got.
No,
we've had this conversation
It
before.
deserved everything it
keep pulling
got
the-
because they sat there and complained. If they left it the way it was at the start, there wouldn't be an issue. Streamers complained because like, oh, I'm going against people that are way too better than me, or oh, it's not fair that when I get close to the lighthouse, I'm also again shafted by people that are better. Well, that's the whole point of the game. It is a competitive mode that you go against people better. And because of that, they re-altered the thing to it, and people sat there and started to fucking not play it because all of a sudden, what used to be a steady climb of a competitive mode became a fucking steep cliff. And then they complained again, I can't sit there and have fun games and trials because all I'm going against is people in similar skill. It's like, what do you want? It's a competitive game mode. So they then allowed it that lower class players were able to sit there and get to the lighthouse via other means, which just led to people mercy farming. Like, they fucked it up themselves.
Yeah, that game that totally deserved it because it's like that game sort of like you have the skill, like we talk about, it's like skill ceiling and skill floor. It's like skill floor is you need to be at least this competent to be able to do this activity. And then the skill ceiling is obviously you got like your top 1% players.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said before that I'm explaining this to you. I'm just explaining for the purpose of if you're putting this on video. Like the problem was when it was just connection based, I was fine because you went in. Are you going to get to the like? Are you good enough at PvP to get the lighthouse? Sometimes, sometimes you're not. And it was like, okay, but at least you get gear. You know, you get something out of it. Your time is a thing. But the problem, it's like, okay, like what was the linear? Everyone it was something. You know, the stasis one. Everyone really wanted because it was really good for boss damage. I was like, okay, I don't really like PvP. I don't really like trials, but that's such a really good weapon. And you know what? Just suck it up. Just suck it up and deal with it. I'm just gonna, go in and do it. And the problem was, and like you said, it's just people complaining. And it's like, so people would go in, and you'd have, you know, top team against people just farming. I'd get stomped. People would get stomped. Like, half the community's playing, there's no challenge to trial, it's not good. But the bottom half of the community, the casuals, are like, or people who don't really like PvP, are like, I have to play to get this thing that I want, and I've accepted the whole, I've accepted that, but it's like, once I get that, I'm done. Or the casual players, it's like, it's done, okay? So they're just getting stomped. You're getting mercy farmed all the time, and you're just like, this is terrible, why am I doing this? I'm like, I'm gonna stick it out, I'm gonna get the thing I want, and then I'm gonna go. So the skill floor rises. Then the people who were stomping those people are now getting stomped by people who are more skilled than them. So then they're like, wow, this used to be really fun, now it's just stomp all the time, I'm out. Ceiling rises again, you know, the floor rises again. And it keeps going, and it keeps going. I've killed trials like 4 or 5 times this happened now, where they had to reset it. And it's like, this is a prison of your own making. You kind of deserve this. Because it's like, okay, should everyone, like, and I do agree with the whole list, should everyone be able to go to the lighthouse? No. I've only been to the lighthouse a couple of times, I'm not a big PvP player. But, can I find, like, it's like, but, like, the option was always there. It's like, do you want this really good linear fusion rifle boss time? It's like, yes. Okay, just go do your matches, you get enough. Well, if it's tokens, whatever it is now, and you can just buy the engram, and you just keep buying the engrams to get the roll, or you do the reset, because you had a pretty good roll on, do you like the way, like, each week, do you like the Crucible, like, the actually vendor, like, Steam's vendor stuff, and it's like, oh, I really want, it's got the roll on it that I want, or it's got a good roll, I'm just gonna go get it, you know, keep earning rep until I get it, and then that's it, I can, you know, focus it, and I'll get, you know, I get what I want. And that's fine, because people want their time valued. And it's like, so you don't get to the light, so what, I still got what I get. Is it like the fancy version of it? No, but it's like, who cares? It still does the same amount of damage, no matter what skin. No, like, it doesn't matter if it has the uber elite skin on it, it still does the same amount of damage for me in PvE, so it's like, I don't care. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's acceptable. But once it's done, then, but you know yourself, Alex, we did it for like, what was it, like the Friday or like Saturday morning before stuff, and then it's like, right, we've got what we want, bouncing, I'm done. I'll see you in like 3 months when they bring out a new weapon that's actually good, and I'll see you then. And that's what a lot of you did, and it kept happening, and at some point you go, guys, like, I know PvP is not like my thing, and again, it's like, I didn't really like Destiny 2 PvP. I wasn't bad, that's the thing, I wasn't bad, I was actually kind of good, and again, I'm way above average, like top, what, 20%? But
Zone C captured. You have
it's like, this is just not fun. Like, it's not fun. And the problem is, you need I get it, and I hate people, like the elitist people like it, and I agree with them on a lot of things. This is something I will agree with the casuals on. You need a population. Like, remember that tweet I was telling you earlier, it's like, what is the point of having a community manager if there is no community?
Yeah.
What's the point of having a game mode if there's no one there to populate it? You know, if there's no population on it, you can't really run a game mode. You kind of need people on the game mode for the game mode to work. And to do it, you need something to keep them playing. And it's kind of, I think, the same problem with Destiny in total. It's like, you feel like, and again, it might just be me getting older, but it was like, you don't feel like your time's respected. Like, you just don't feel like your time was respected. It's like, oh, you have to do all this stuff to get something, and I'm like, I don't have time for that anymore.
Yeah,
like, I'm not, you know, I'm not in my early, I'm not in my early 20s, like university anymore. I have work to do, I come home, I have responsibilities, I have things I have to do, I have, you know, people I have to take care of. I can't just say, right, we're gonna sit here and do spend 20 hours on a quest to get a necessary result. Like, I don't have time for this anymore. And I know people complain about the whole, it's like, oh, well, I'm a single dad with 6 kids, and I only get 20 minutes every month to play this game. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's probably not the game. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to have, I don't. If there's a path to something that will get me it, it's like, right, that's fine. Like, we did, like, when I think Gambit was the example of it. What was it, when Bygones came back out? So it was one of my favorite ball throws. We spent, like, what, an entire week? So it was like, we spent, like, an entire week just farming Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting Bygone rolls. And I was like, I really want a good roll for this gun. And that's fine, because it was something to do, but it's like, so you have time, but it's like, at the same time, it was like, look, but you're guaranteed, it's kind of like gambling. If I keep betting on black on roulette every single time, eventually I will get what I want. It might take an hour, it might take 10 hours, but I will eventually get what I want. Like, mathematically, I will eventually get what I want.
That dude is a Titan, right? Like, I'm not going crazy. That guy who's just chilling at the back is a Titan.
Yeah. And then the crafting system. Like, the crafting system was so good, and I wish they, it was good, and then I get the whole point. It's like, oh, well, you can just craft roll god rolls. I'm like, okay. Yeah, but it's also a really good hybrid system, because, like, things like the dungeons. There were no red border weapons in dungeons. You had to run the dungeons to get weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Which, was really, really good. And then you got, obviously, you could turn things into red border weapons, which I really, really like. Like, okay, I'm just not getting this drop. Like, because sometimes, yourself, like, my luck was so bad. It's like, please, I just need one red border to finish this so I can go craft my, like, was it Smiter Marine or something? It was like,
I think it was
one of the guns I really, like the Citizen Pulse Rifle. I really loved it. I loved it. I used the whole way through D2. And I could not get, like, the last red border version. I just could not. It just would not drop for me. Yeah. So, but it's like, I don't know. And then, like, obviously that was, like, all the armor 3.0 and, like, the tiered weapons, and it's just like, it's just everything kind of learns downhill, and I'm like, I'm not interested in coming back. Like, because I don't feel, and I think that's the big problem, and I don't know about you, but I don't like it when my time isn't respected. Another big thing is, there's lots of other games right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's always been an argument, but, like, here's the thing, there wasn't very many games like Destiny. At the moment, and I'm sure I've told you, I have just been doing nothing but binging Helldivers. I am nearly max rank in that game. I have played so much. Because it's fun, and I can just jump onto it, and I don't need to make sure all of my friends have done this activity to get this special drop so we can go and do optimal DPS. We just go, that's a Bile Titan, just throw explosives at it, throw orbital strikes at it, and it's done.
It's pretty much, you can just have fun.
Just have fun. Space Marine 2, again, I know that was like 2 years ago, like 2 years ago now, but like at the same time, it's look at that. It's look at the communication that they're giving the community.
10 seconds.
They are telling you, here's the roadmap. Okay, this thing has been delayed. Why has it been delayed? Here's the reason. Here's the new date. Sorted. Like, they responded to feedback very well. And that's another thing I think is a big problem with Bungie. They ask for feedback, and then people tell them, and they're like, well, that's not what we want to hear.
It's like, that's not what I
know what I
wanted,
mean?
so I'm gonna be angry now.
Like, we're gonna be angry at you, the player. It's like, then why did you ask for our opinion? Like, if it's bad, we're gonna tell you it's bad. Like, it just feels like, I don't want to say abusive because that's not the right word, but it's like they're like, we know
It's
better,
abusive.
and it's like but it's like they're like, we know better, and it's like you clearly don't because you've nearly killed your game. You pretty much have killed your game at this point. You don't know better than the players. Okay, the people who play the game understand the game, and this is why a lot of people and a lot of game devs, and I understand the whole point when people ask, like, guys, do you even play your own game? Like, do you honestly play your own game? Because it's like, if you're a player of the game and you're like, this like happens, so completely side note, but it's like this is a whole different drama, but the whole Arrowhead, like, Helldiver situation. I'm not getting into it there, but the whole, like, the community, a member of the community challenged one of the directors to, hey, try and beat a max difficulty ranked game with only this loadout. Like, you keep telling us all of these weapons are viable. You try it. You do it and see how much you get. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, because, like, if you play the game, you should know that, hey, this is not awesome. Like, this is such a crutch. Like, this is such handicapping yourself. And I think the mentality of that has really hurt Bungie, because Bungie keeps telling us, you have to play it this way, you have to do it this way, this is like the and people do their own thing. And then they're surprised when people keep glitching and cheating, because it's like, do I admit, some people are just scumbag and they will just cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? But
Yeah.
then there's like the other half. It's like, but then it's like, look, and this is going all the way back in the day, like pushing Atheon off the cliff on Vault of Glass, which Bungie admitted to doing themselves. But sometimes they're like, look, I can't be bothered doing this, just push him off the cliff. Like, if you don't even want to play your own game because because this series of events is tedious and boring, why should other people?
The only... Oh, to me, I think that's why Bungie has actually done worse. Is it actually feels like the Bungie we're dealing with don't play Destiny anymore.
They're not the same. They're not
Like,
the same.
oh yeah, it's not the same company that started it, but it feels that that's the sense that you're getting now. Because beforehand, when it came to the likes of when they announced new supers, when they announced the Stasis super, you knew they played the game. Do I agree that Stasis was broken? Nah. I still think people bitched about it because they had to adapt their playstyle.
I think it was one of those. I think okay, again hindsight 2020. Do you think people hated Stasis so much because it was so people were like it's overpowered, or was it because of the fact it was actually powerful compared to our normal abilities, which were terrible?
Again, you already know my opinion. To me, people didn't like Stasis at the start and thought it was broken because it fucking nullified majority of how this community played at the time, which was W into things with a shotgun or W into things with grenades and abilities and hope for the best. Being able to have Stasis be able to slow or nullify your charge, especially as a Titan, mad, is...
Just you throw the smoke, you throw the grenade that pulls them out of cover and freezes them, and
yeah.
it's like, there you are.
Which was the thing, people hated the fact that it was that adaptable. It was an adaptable thing.
Like, wow. Yeah, it's like, wow, the crowd control subclass is really good at crowd control. Who would have thought?
But people complain because it's like,
oh,
it makes it overpowered.
Exact situation.
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage.
You wanna come up here, you fucking idiot, aren't you? Yep. Bro, talk about predictable.
But that was yeah. Yeah, it did feel like that, and I was like, oh, yeah. It just feels like. I don't think it's necessarily Bungie, but I think it's a lot of the industry is. A lot of the industry, it was made
That's a power play.
like by people who enjoyed medium, and now it's not. Now it is just a career path, and like everything is just worse. I think games are getting worse, just in general. But I think Destiny's a really good one because it's one that's been running for such a long time. And a lot of it, like, it's not even the fact it's live service. Like, 'cause again, look at things like Helldivers.
Enemy has
Would you count Space Marine 2 as a live service game?
It's semi-live service. It tries to do updates, so yeah, I'll say I'll count it.
And then like games like that, like it's just such a like it's so long, and it's just not really good. If there was okay, I suppose we can talk about it for 4 hours.
Oh shit! I didn't get the kill on you, did I?
If this is something like I said, I came up on my like saying, hey, you watch this like a couple of years ago. I'm like all the Destiny 2 stuff like from years ago is coming up. It's like if they did say, right, screw Destiny 2, we're just gonna do a whole new game, and we're gonna make a third one. Would you come back?
I've sat there and said I would get the same treatment as certain games launch. I can't remember which title it was. Like, I'll see what it's like, and then I'll decide from there. Whoops, I fell. Oh, and you chickened out. I didn't.
Yeah, because that's like my problem. It was the same with I can't. What was it? The next year DLC. It's like first time. It's like, I'm not gonna pre-order this. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And then like the reviews came out, and it's like it's not that great. Like I don't know. It does feel like it's one of the most fumbled IPs.
Oh, they hardcore fumbled it.
Every time, it's like every time they just fumble, and it's like, guys, like, come on, like, it's like, again, like I said earlier, if this game is given so many chances that so many other games just do not get, and I think they've wasted all of those chances.
Feel free, Camp Alpha. I will go to Bravo and take it instead.
Like, I don't know. I think they really just need. I kind of agree with us. It's like if you want Destiny to be good again, you kind of need Destiny 2 to die. It needs to go. It is just. It's just not fit for purpose, I think.
It's past its lifetime due to how inaccurate they've went with it.
I think if they were going to bring it back, I think they need
I didn't follow up with the
a
second.
fresh game. I think they need a fresh engine. Well,
I'm pretty certain that dude was just camped in Alpha this whole time with Black Talon. Am I gonna get a blip? Yep. Well, I'm just gonna go grab Bravo then. You guys wanna sit there and camp on Charlie or Alpha this whole time? I missed my shot. I want to know what the rest of my team is doing.
Like, there you go. Like, according to Steam charts, the you know, the high, it's like, you know, 8,000 to 9,000 players daily. I get that doesn't include console, it's only Steam, but like that's not good.
Yeah.
Like that is not good. Like even on like again, Helldivers on a really bad slow day still has like 35,000 players.
Well, that's an enemy's thing that I run by. Lol.
You captured Zone B.
It's
You have
just,
zone advantage.
I don't know. It's kind of sad. It's like watching the thing that was really good.
Just die.
You spent 10 years on it, and it's just, it is like what everybody said. It's like the only thing that killed this game was Bungie.
May have now done that.
Yeah, they have effectively just ran it into the grind.
Double down.
And
Yep, I knew you guys are going to be greedy.
the problem is, I honestly don't think they have the people to turn it around.
They don't have the people, and I don't think they have the capability to do it.
Yeah.
That wasn't a headshot for the last one, fair enough, but...
Like, I think if you really wanted to turn it around, you'd have to, I think you'd need to honestly just strip. Again, I know nothing about game design, I know nothing about running a massive game company, this is just a person from outside looking in,
Just
but
opinions.
there's so much,
They have advantage.
just opinions, and there's just so much bloat. And that's not just in-game development, that's everything. There is so much bloat, and you could honestly cut half. It's like, what Bungie, like Witch Queen, it's like four, what is it that before they started doing layoffs, there was like 4,000 people in the company?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a ridiculous, that might be wrong, so, but it was like a ridiculous.
It was a decently large company, like it was
like, one that
basically
went, wow, I didn't
independent.
think it was that much. Yeah. It was like,
1 minute. Will be long now.
and it was like so, it was like really high. Was it Bungie if they suddenly had 4,000 employees?
One after another.
Bro, please don't be balking me, man.
It was like in total, like contractors and stuff like that. It was like, I thought it was like 2,000. I can't remember now. But it's like,
Charging.
how do you have, well, we'll say 2,000. I think it was something like that. It might have been rounded up. Again, this is years ago, but it's like, you've got 2,000 employees, and you can't even put out a patch. Consistently. Like, I hate to be that person, but like, what's happening here? Like, is it people can't do their job? Is it, okay, if people can do their job, but they don't have, is it like an Ubisoft situation where people have really good ideas, but like upper management is terrible? So like, look at fucking Dispatch and Claire Obscura. Indie Game of the Year. I know Claire Obscura won pretty much everything. Did Dispatch get Indie Game of the Year?
I think it did. I think it did, and they sat there and called out Claire Obscura. But then
Which
Claire
is funny,
Obscura currently
they're
has
also a
a
team.
controversy against them because of using AI for placeholders.
That's a completely different topic, but like how much that's actually drilled up.
Well, no, they admitted to using AI for placeholders.
No,
and that's what
that,
people
no, but like
doubted.
how big of a deal is that really?
It's
That's
the
what I'm
usual
saying, it's
shit.
kinda one of
People
those-
blow it out of the water
If
for no reason.
people,
It was
people
enough to
see
lose him
anything-
a award, though.
yeah, but like how much of that again is like an actual targeted? That's a topic for a different thing, but what was I gonna say there? Yeah, again, they're ex Ubisoft employees, and I think Ad Hoc is made up of people former Ubisoft
I think Ad Hoc
employees.
was EA, was it not?
Was it? Yeah, it was some company, and it's like, guys, you have so many talented people, and you are just wasting them.
Well, that's what always seems to
Like
happen.
you are just wasting them, making absolute slop.
Like,
so it's one of those questions: is it? Do they not have the resources for it? Do they not have the like? Is it the lower level can't do their job? Is it the lower level are amazing at their job and like management cannot organize anything? Is it like upper leadership problem? Is it there's just no focus? Nobody knows what's actually happening. Is it, like what is happening here? Is there internal fighting? Is there internal factionalization? Like what is like there's no way you cannot do this.
My assumption is because, again, early Bungie with the likes of Destiny and the start of Destiny 2, you could see when they sat there and talked about the game, when they sat there and talked about what they're doing and all that, you could see the inspiration, you could see the excitement they had to share this with them. While, to me at the moment, the Bungie that we see when they sit there and showed off Renegades, when they sat there and showed off this new, the new chapter to the second book and all that, they didn't have the same inspiration, passion, or excitement for their own game as the ones before. And I feel like it's moved from them making it as, oh, we want to share this with you, to now making it as, we have to share this with you. We're being told we need to make more. And that's kind of where I'm coming from, because a lot of the games a lot of mainstream titles that have went down or are constantly under hate flack, even though they keep a decent player count, are not enjoyable anymore. Was it Halo Infinite? People had mixed bags about that. Majority of the community doesn't really play it too much. You have Call of Duty, the recent Call of Duty. I think I played it for 2 to 3 weeks and that was it. Battlefield, I only played that for like 3 weeks. People are still playing it, yeah, sure, but this is what I mean. It's like, beforehand, a lot of people were playing the games because you could feel and see the inspiration people had and the passion they put into it. The small Easter eggs you'd sit there and see around the maps and all that, the wee little amusing comedy and all this. It's just not there anymore.
It's there's no longer passion, it's now just product.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's funny because it's like this leads back to something we had a previous discussion about. It's like people want more. It's like, yes, people want more. People are not greedy. They expect the bare minimum, and you still can't provide that.
Enemy has advantage. Zone B
And
captured.
I mean, we're sort of going off topic, but to round it up, I think.
Zone C captured. That's a power play. We took them. Now hold.
Do you think there is a world? Again, it's hypothetical. Destiny 3 comes out
Zone C
and
lost.
it's good. Is it possible?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think they'd need to do to get them? What would you... Okay. I'm not talking about just general. What would bring you back?
Just be a game that they're passionate about, honestly. If it's the reason I don't watch trailers or anything anymore for stuff, because a lot of the times you're just running around with a shotgun. How did you manage to go through 3 people with a fucking shotgun?
Look at what you're playing.
Oh, look at that, the Hunter Dodge that gives you all your health back immediately. That's a
Bad.
fun thing. I know it's an exotic, but even then I still find it bullcrap. To me, a lot of exotics that end up being, oh, you can trigger it in a panic and get away with it, I don't feel should be around. And before you go, oh, but you have shoulder charge to do that. I know, shoulder charge is bullshit, and I avidly have mentioned ways that they can fix it.
Keep the pressure on.
Fuck you and your shotgun. Fuck you and your shotgun. I just need to tap you twice and punch you at the last second, and it becomes a trade. Oh, gasp. Your shotgun becomes useless? What a surprise.
I'm taking also sort of a bit of a rebalancing of PvP to bring you back.
The way PvP at this point, I accept it. You're not going to be able to balance shotguns very well, regardless. They're meant to be a strong, close-quarter weapon. And unfortunately, the way the game is made, it used to be quite a fast
They're
pace.
so fast. Yeah. As opposed to the one where everyone was a lot slower.
Yep. I don't know how I missed 3 of those shots, but sure. Oh, I finally bought up so badly.
No, I think there just, like you said, yeah, there needs to be more passion in it, I think. There needs to be, honestly, I think what would bring you back is obviously a lot of the gameplay needs to be, go back to the way it was, like there needs to be actual, like a reason to care. I don't know, this goes sound controversial, but you know what I'd really, really like?
No.
People will hate you for this, but this is just coming from other MMOs. I'd really like resets. I really love gear reset. Like, because at the moment, like the last year of the game, even the last year and 6 months, I never grinded for anything because there was no point to it. There was no point. There was no point to go do a gun. And that's like, oh, but aren't you gonna go get like corrective measures with this and things because they've redone all the perk pools? I'm like, what's the point? I already have a gun that has, I have a machine gun that's...
I've got a gun that I like.
And what do you call it? That has like the exact same perks on it. Why would I get a different? Oh, but you can now get a rocket. You can now get the redid Ghost of the Deep, so you can get bait and switch on a rocket with this. It's like I already have a rocket that's slightly different. It's like, okay, it doesn't have the origin perk, so I can get 2 things in the chamber, but like I still have the it's pretty much the exact same. It's slightly better. It's slightly more optimal, but it's like at the same time, everything I have is good enough. Like, is it the top tier of optimization? No, it's not. But is for everything I'm doing, and especially with the teams I'm doing it with, do I need to be that optimal? No, I don't. I don't, like, it's fine. It's fine. Do I need this really super rare god roll weapon for PvP? Well, I don't really play PvP, so no, I don't need it. There's no chase. There's no care. There's no reason to get something.
Yeah,
like I think they need, and I and again, I was in the minority, but because I didn't really care that much, because coming from like different MMOs and stuff like that, the idea of sunsetting was not a big deal to me. Like, it was just kind of a, oh, okay, they're gonna sunset a whole bunch of stuff. So what? You know what I mean? This is like this happens. Like, wow, it happens in a whole different thing. It's like, look, we've reached a point where the weapons are so ridiculous, we're just cutting that off, and that's gonna stay in that year's content and New Year's stuff. We're gonna do all this.
People
and I'm like, yeah, okay. That was fine.
Such a faff about sunsetting.
Yeah, but and here's the thing, I'm sort of halfway between. Yes, community, stop being such babies, it's gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, after they did the whole sunsetting thing, and they're like, oh, we're going to change everything. What gun, A, didn't come back, and B, what you used from before they sunset things anyway? That's not an exotic. Okay? What guns did anyone use? Are people running around with like a year one gun with a fixed perk still on it? Are you still running around with like a Barrow Devils with a fixed perk on it? No, nobody's doing that. Stop being speedy. Get over it. Okay? You will find a new gun that is, guess what? Just the exact same model as the old one. It is exactly the same. Okay? Get over it.
Yeah.
You captured Zone A.
But that's the thing, because I think the reason...
Okay. Can I just, sorry, can I finish my second point before I forget? Second point, I think, okay, I want the community something beauty, but on the other hand, I think Bungie implemented it in the worst way possible. They took out everything and added back, like, 10% of stuff. They should have done it in waves.
Take that iron will beyond
right?
the crucible.
So, like, the seasonal content. So, for example, if you got a gun, because then it made the last season pointless. Because it's like, okay, say, right, we're going into, okay, so say that you have, like, okay, at the start of the year, right, and you've got your 3 seasons. So anything you get in, like, expansion pass for that year, right, so say, I'm going to use example, Shadowkeep, right? So, you go into Beyond Light the next year. All the guns from the Shadowkeep area can't get advanced, but things from those 3 seasons can still get advanced. Then we go into the first season of Beyond Light. Stuff from season 1 of Shadowkeep can't get brought forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So the idea of, even if you get because if you get them the last season, like the week before the expansion, you're like, oh yes, I really got that sniper rifle I really, really like, and then the next week, it's like, wow, this is pointless now. Like, you never get to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they, like, slowed it and, like, slowly phase the weapons out. So it's like, look, you get them for 12 months, and then it fades out. Like, it's like, look, we're replacing it with new stuff, and things would naturally sort. Because look, again, who's using the same gun? You know what I mean? Like, who's using the exact same gun as like, what was it? Like, yeah, but what version of it is it this time? You know what I mean? There's been like 6 different versions of that gun.
Fun fact. Oh no, I don't know if that is or isn't. It might be.
Yeah. Because there's like, you keep using the Iron Banner hand cannon, but there's like 3 different versions of it at this point because they brought it back 3 times.
No, because for me, I remember I kept my trust that I used to always use.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and they brought it back. They brought it back like 4 times.
Oh yeah, and I just deleted it because it was like, there's only one trust for me. I don't know if this is my trust or not.
Mm-hmm.
No, this
That's
isn't,
what I'm
because mine
saying.
had
It's like,
explosive
you can
payload.
just get a new version, and guess what? Because Bungie used the exact same models for pretty much everything, you'll probably get the same model as well.
Yep.
It's the exact same thing. So at the same time, it's like, yes, that was a huge problem, the community stopping babies. At the same time, Bungie, like, how you implemented this in the worst way possible, and then people got upset, and it was kind of well, what did you expect? You took 90% of the sandbox away from them.
Where was this guy? I never came across him. Oh no, I came across him a couple times. What? Sorry, we played a match there, and the top person on the enemy team that lost managed to kill 44 of us, and I don't remember seeing. I think I ran into him about maybe 3 or 4 times. So it was just baffling. It's like, how are you so high on the kill count, but I never saw you?
Just a different part of the map.
But
yeah, it's like, there has to be a reason to go do things. There has to be like a reason for things, because you can tell it's a person. I like that first sort of low level kind of where I like endgame builds, but at the same time, it's like I prefer the build crafting part of it. Like, that's what I find the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell by the graveyard of my Stellaris letters, of the just running things to experiment and being like, this is a really cool perk. What if I try putting this together and do it? Like, the theory crafting is where I find enjoyment. And, you know, sometimes you come up with a build that is, like, ridiculous, and sometimes it absolutely does not work.
It's just weird. Like, in terms of if Bungie wants, because at this point I don't know if they even want to revive Destiny. It feels like that they are going to be focusing on their other golden egg at the moment.
Marathon. Well, according to the numbers, it's not really a golden egg.
Well, they seem to find it a golden egg enough. If they want, like, this is what I mean. All they need to do is, unfortunately, it will get players complaining again, but it will need to be done because they've fucked up so much on this one. Get all the content. Like, not even, it doesn't have to be immediate. I've sat there and stated this before. What they need to do is announce, hey, we're going into development of D3. We don't have a confirmed date when it'll be launched, but this is the end of life D2 that will be happening. Over the next year or so, we will be slowly falling back in sunsetted content, sunsetted raids, strikes, all those into the game. Upon completion of that,
if they still have the original content,
well, that's what I mean. They'll end up having to recreate
I
it for the
still
engine.
love, what was it, the Revenant cutscene with the fucking the cutscene and with the Dreadnought and everyone being like, that looks really weird, low quality. What? And it was the original cutscene because they could.
But that's what it means. Like, they just need to filter in the whole of the Light and Dark saga. Update, I'm going to be honest, they need to turn around and remove this dog shit UI that they've overlaid. Like, holy shit, I have never despised a directory so much. Put it back to the directory.
Because Bungie literally won awards and stuff for their UI development.
Put it back to the original directory, add a new tab for it, which will have the whole campaign from start to finish, book by book by book. For every main DLC, it'll be a thick book, and for every season or expansion that was between the DLCs, it's going to be a small thin book. And just have the primary missions that are needed. And players can go through the full Light and Dark saga all they want. Shelf below it will have maybe just little icons to do with all the activities. You'll have one button there.
I don't know about the activities. Then you've got to populate all of them, and then you just spread the populate. Like
this is what I was thinking for the activities. You have icons for all the activities. They're not matchmakeable. There'll be one icon that is matchmakeable, and it's just one that is a quick play for all the activities. You'll get thrown into a random one with other people that have pressed it. If you want to be in specific ones, LFG. That's all they're there for. It's just so they're available for you guys to do it. Same with the raids. They'll all be available. And obviously raids you have to LFG anyway. So they're all LFG. But just have it that when Destiny 2 comes to an end, the servers stay up. Everything in terms of the story will stay there. And it will, honestly, I see that game after its final...
like an archive.
Yeah. After they push the final content to it, and all they're doing is minor bug fixes and all that, I would not be surprised if the populace on that game would still thrive for a year later. Because you will have speedrunners. Speedrunners will want to be like, hey, I'm going to do the whole Light and Dark book from start to finish as quick as possible. Oh, I'm going to do it as quick as possible without using exploits. Like, there will be so many speedrun things that will be opened up for it. And that's all you need to do. Archive it.
Give it the Titanfall 2 treatment. There's like one person just monitoring the server.
Yeah, it'll literally just be archived. You'll still have the likes of your Crucible, you'll still have the likes of your trials and all that for people to play, but other than that, everything else you have to LFG. You have to find a group to play with and do it that way. Or you can just So cute. Give that as an option for some of them.
I know you can fight, but can you hold territory?
Yeah.
And then they're given the perfect foothold to move off and try
Enemy claimed zone
D3.
Ooh.
Damn, bro.
They can revamp. They can do all the revamps. They can do all. I don't know. I think they need. I think that's the most important thing. They need to make it an actual sequel to the end of previous game, not the D2 thing where like this is a sequel to year 1 of Destiny 1. It's like no.
How about
Do it
actually start?
properly.
Like, even if you end up having a reset of your gear, fine, but have it as that you are starting from where you finished.
Like all bring the systems in, none of this. Oh, well, we think double frame. Like no, just
I don't think I have shield.
keep it the way it was. Right, all like in the final shape. There was nothing wrong with the UI and stuff like that. Just bring it like that, and look, it's fine.
And Rat Max, you just got punched to death.
They just took the lead.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah. Do you have an outro or something?
Nope.
Gonna add it post-production? The magic of editing?
Might do, but
Captured. You have zone advantage.
again, it was just an impromptu rant, so... That's just one of those things. I forgot how nice Monte Carlo was.
Enemy has zone advantage.
Yay.
But no, that's... I just wish D2 got a bit nicer love. Oh, they have heavy already. And I kinda hope, like, unironically, I do hope that they somehow manage to resurrect it again.
But it is kind of on a cycle of we're so back, it's so over, we're so back, it's so over, and
Zone C
you know,
captured. Zone advantage.
it's kind of it's over.
Yeah.
Like they're
Zone A
like,
lost.
and to be fair, I'm amazed. Like the amount of times where it's like, okay, it's over, game dead.